Good morning, everybody. Greetings from the Universal Engineering College, Vallivattam, and welcome everyone to the online webinar on how to become a good entrepreneur, hosted by Universal Engineering College, organized by Electronics and Communication Department and IEDC. Thank you for joining us for today. Universal Engineering College, affiliated to APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University, Kerala, was started in 2011 by a group of successful industrialists and business personalities to contribute back to the society and its development, realizing that only education can transform the society for a better living. Universal Family welcomes you all to the explosion of knowledge with the speaker round the globe. Silence is prayer, prayer is faith, faith is love, love is service. The fruit of service is peace. Before we further advance into this day, it's a part of our culture to seek the God's blessing before any of the important event. I request each one of you here to remain silent for a minute to seek the blessing. To start with, it gives me an immense pleasure to welcome our young, vibrant, and energetic IEDC Nodal Officer, Mr. Febin Raju, for the welcome speech. Sir, please.
Thank you, Anaina. So, good morning, everyone. Myself, Febin Raju, the Nodal Officer of IEDC in Universal Engineering College. Now, I am delighted to welcome you all to the online webinar, How to Become a Good Entrepreneur, which is organized by the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering Association, ACME, and Innovation, Entrepreneurship and Development Center, IEDC, on behalf of Universal Engineering College. So, in this current age, especially during this pandemic situation, technology has gone from novelty to necessity. Regardless of whatever be the sector, there are technologies of every kind at work which empowers speech and convenience in the workplace and reducing the potential for human error. In a global space where anything can be accessed at the simple click of a button, the graduate market can become increasingly complex and confusing to navigate. So, entrepreneurship is inherently ingrained within the engineering trade. Many influential companies have been established by engineers, which includes Rolls-Royce, Dyson, Intel, Oracle, and Yahoo. Kerala is currently witnessing the rise of technology-driven, innovation-led, and knowledge-based enterprises right from the college level. So in the present situation, the graduating students has three options after their course. That is, first one, to get into the world of work. Second one, to pursue higher education. And the third one, which is the most important one in the present situation, that is to start a new venture. So that's the significance of entrepreneurship in the engineering field. So moving on to my duty today, that is to welcome you all. First of all, I would like to welcome Ms. Radha M., Head of the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, who has organized this event for our students. Welcome, Radha Ms.
Thank you, sir.
Now, it's my pleasure to welcome the main pillar of our college, our beloved principal, Dr. Jose K. Jacob, who actively supports each and every activity in our college. It's with his immense support, we, the staff, as well as students, are encouraged to organize all kinds of these programs. Welcome, Jose.
Thank you, sir.
Then, of course, the management of Universal Engineering College provides us all the motivation, guidance, and encouragement for all the activities in the college. So it's my honor to welcome Mr. P.B. Zainuddin sir, who is the director of our college as well as the director of Hotpack Global Company in United Arab Emirates. Welcome, Sainuddin sir.
Thank you.
Thanks. Now, I would extend a special welcome to our chief guest, Mr. Martin P. Chapo, who is the Assistant Director in Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, MSME Development Institute, who is going to deliver the expert talk regarding how to become a good entrepreneur. Welcome, Martin, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, sir. Then I also welcome Mr. Mahesh Mohan, Key Association Chairman of Electronics and Communication Department for this program. Welcome, Mr. Mahesh. Then I welcome all the head of the departments of all other departments, as well as all the faculties, teaching and non-teaching staff of our college for this program. And last but not the least, I welcome you all, the students of Universal Engineering College, to be a part of this webinar. And I wish you all to develop the entrepreneurial skills among yourselves and achieve success in this modern technological world. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Now it's my privilege to call upon Ms. Rekha M., Head of Department, Electronics and Communication Engineering, for the presidential address. Ma'am, please.
A very good morning to one and all present over here. Respected Sainuddin sir, Director of Universal Engineering College and Director of CodePack Global UAE. Respected Principal Dr. Josh K. Jacob. Respected Martin sir, Mr. Martin P. Chaco, Assistant Director, MSME Development Institute, Trishur. Dear Mr. Febin, IEDC Nodal Officer of Universal Engineering College. Dear Mr. Vijay, Staff Coordinator of ACNI. Dear Mr. Mahesh, Chairman of Students Association ACNI. Dear HODs, my dear staff members, faculty members, and my dearest students, a warm greeting of the day. Today, I am so happy and privileged to address you all, especially the student community who are interested in entrepreneurship, and they are eagerly waiting to know how to start a good entrepreneurship and how to be a good entrepreneur. So I am very happy, and എനിക്ക് 3 സിനിമകളാണ് ഓർമ്മ വരുന്നത് ആക്ച്വലി സ്റ്റുഡന്റ് കമ്മ്യൂണിറ്റി എസ്പെഷ്യലി സ്റ്റുഡന്റ് കമ്മ്യൂണിറ്റി ആയതുകൊണ്ട് കൂടുതൽ സിനിമകൾ ഭയങ്കര ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് ആയിരിക്കും അല്ലെ എനിക്കും ഭയങ്കര ഇഷ്ടമാണ് സിനിമകൾ മെയിൻ ആയിട്ട് 3 സിനിമകളാണ് എനിക്ക് ഈ ഓണ്ടർപ്രണർഷിപ്പ് എന്ന് കേൾക്കുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ എനിക്ക് ഓർമ്മ വരുന്നത് ഫസ്റ്റ് വൺ ഒരു സുഹൃത്തിന്റെ കഥ പറയുന്ന അല്ലെ കഥ പറയുമ്പോൾ എന്ന് പറയണം മമ്മൂട്ടിയുടെ സിനിമയാണ് മമ്മൂട്ടിയുടെ ഭയങ്കര ഇമോഷണൽ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ആക്ടിങ് ഒക്കെ നമ്മൾ കണ്ടിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു സിനിമയാണ് എനിക്കും ഞാനും ഇപ്പൊ മമ്മൂട്ടിയുടെ റോളാണ് ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നത് കേട്ടോ അപ്പൊ ഇതിൽ എന്താന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എൻ്റെ ഒരു ഫ്രണ്ട് ഞങ്ങൾ ബിടെക് പഠിക്കുന്ന കാലത്ത് എൻ്റെ ഒരു ഫ്രണ്ട് പറയും എല്ലാവരും പ്ലേസ്മെന്റിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ തല ഇട്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ് അപ്പൊ ആ ടൈമിൽ 2014-15 ടൈംസിൽ എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എന്റർപ്രണർഷിപ്പ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ സ്റ്റാർട്ടപ്സ് ഒക്കെ ജസ്റ്റ് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ടേ ഉള്ളൂ നിങ്ങൾ കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടോന്ന് എനിക്ക് അറിയില്ല AK ആന്റണിയുടെ മോൻ അനിൽ ആന്റണി അവരുടെ ഒരു പ്രോജക്ട് ഹി വാസ് സ്റ്റഡിങ് ഇൻ ബാർട്ടൺ ഹിൽ എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗ് കോളേജ് എൻ്റെ കോളേജിലായിരുന്നില്ല അപ്പോ അവരുടെ ഒരു സ്റ്റാർട്ടപ്പ് ഭയങ്കര ആള് പ്ലേസ്മെന്റിനൊന്നും പോവാതെ ഒരു സ്റ്റാർട്ടപ്പ് തുടങ്ങാൻ പോകണമെന്നുള്ളത് ഭയങ്കര ഒരു ഷോക്കിംഗ് ന്യൂസ് ആയിരുന്നു ആക്ച്വലി ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് നല്ല അത്യാവശ്യം നല്ല പ്ലേസ്മെന്റ് നല്ല പാക്കേജ് ഒക്കെ ഉള്ള ഒരു ജോബ് ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റി കിട്ടുമ്പോൾ ഇവരെന്താണ് ഇങ്ങനെയെന്ന് ആൾക്കാർ വിചാരിച്ചു ന്യൂസ് പേപ്പറിൽ കണ്ടപ്പോഴത്തേക്കും പിന്നെ അപ്പോ ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് എല്ലാവരും അതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് ആലോചിച്ചില്ല അവരൊക്കെ വലിയ ഒരു പ്രോജക്റ്റ് ഒക്കെ കൊണ്ടുനടക്കാൻ കേപ്പബിൾ ആണ് AK ആന്റണിയുടെ മോനാണ് ഓഫ്കോഴ്സ് ഒരുപാട് സപ്പോർട്ട് കിട്ടും അപ്പൊ നമ്മൾ അതുപോലൊന്നും അല്ലല്ലോ അങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരു ഇതിലായിരുന്നു ചിന്തയിലായിരുന്നു പിന്നെ എൻ്റെ ഒരു ഫ്രണ്ട് ഇതുപോലെ ചോദിച്ചു എന്താണ് പ്ലാൻ എന്ന് ചോദിച്ചപ്പോ ഫ്രണ്ട് പറഞ്ഞു ഞാൻ എന്തെങ്കിലും സ്വന്തമായിട്ട് എന്തെങ്കിലും തുടങ്ങും അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ ചോദിച്ചു എന്താണ് അപ്പൊ സ്വന്തമായിട്ട് ഇപ്പൊ ജോലിക്ക് നോക്കണില്ല സ്വന്തമായിട്ട് പോകാനാണ് എനിക്ക് എന്റെ ബോസ് ആയിട്ട് ആരും വരുന്നത് ഇഷ്ടമല്ല കാരണം എന്തുകൊണ്ട് ലേറ്റ് ആയി അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇന്ന് എന്താണ് ലീവ് എടുത്തത്, ഇപ്പൊ നമുക്കൊരു ഫംഗ്ഷൻ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ പോകാൻ പറ്റില്ല. ഇതാകുമ്പോൾ സ്വന്തം കമ്പനി ആകുമ്പോൾ സ്വന്തം ഇഷ്ടത്തിന് പോവാം, സ്വന്തം ഇഷ്ടത്തിന് വരാം. പിന്നെ ഒരു സാലറി അല്ലല്ലോ, ഫിക്സ്ഡ് എമൗണ്ട് സാലറി അല്ല. പിന്നെ പിന്നെ നമുക്ക് ഹാർഡ് വർക്ക് ചെയ്താലേ നമുക്കൊരു നെക്സ്റ്റ് പ്രൊമോഷൻ എന്തെങ്കിലുമൊക്കെ കിട്ടണമെങ്കിൽ ഭയങ്കര ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടാണ്. അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു. അപ്പൊ നമുക്കറിയില്ല അപ്പോഴത്തെ ഒരു സിറ്റുവേഷനിൽ ഈ ഒരു കമ്പനി തുടങ്ങിയുള്ള ബുദ്ധിമുട്ട് ഭയങ്കര ഈസി. നമ്മൾ സിനിമയിലൊക്കെ അങ്ങനെയുള്ള വിചാരിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. കമ്പനിയൊക്കെ നല്ല മമ്മൂട്ടി നല്ല സ്യൂട്ടൊക്കെ ഇട്ടിട്ട് പോകുന്നു, എല്ലാവരും എണീച്ച് വരുന്ന ബോസിനെ കാണുമ്പോൾ എല്ലാവരും ഗുഡ് മോർണിംഗ്, അടിപൊളി നല്ല സംഭവം എന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചിരുന്നു. പക്ഷെ ഇപ്പൊ എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലായി കേട്ടോ, അത് ഏറ്റവും ഈസി ആയിട്ടുള്ള ജോബാണ് എംപ്ലോയി എന്നുള്ളത്. എംപ്ലോയർ എന്നുള്ള ഒരുപക്ഷെ എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു സൈനുദ്ദീൻ സാറിന് വളരെ ക്ലിയർ ആയിട്ട് അത് പറയാൻ പറ്റുണ്ടായിരിക്കും. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ മാർട്ടിൻ സാറ് ഹീസ് ഓൾസോ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസിങ് സച്ച് തിങ്സ്. അപ്പോ ആ സുഹൃത്ത് ഇപ്പൊ എവിടെയാണോ ആവോന്ന് എനിക്കറിയില്ല. എന്തായാലും നിങ്ങളെ അങ്ങനത്തെ മോഹന വാഗ്ദാനങ്ങളൊന്നും തന്ന് അങ്ങനെ എന്താ പറയുക, നമ്മൾ റിയാലിറ്റി ഫേസ് ചെയ്യണം. അത്ര ഈസി ഒന്നും അല്ല നമുക്കൊരു ഓണ്ടർപ്രണർ ആവുക എന്നുള്ളത്. ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് വെരി ഡിഫിക്കൽട്ട് ടാസ്ക്. ഓക്കെ, അതാണ് എനിക്ക് ഫസ്റ്റ് പോയിന്റ് പറയാനുള്ളത്. ഇപ്പൊ ചില കുട്ടികളുണ്ടല്ലോ വിചാരിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടാവും 5-6 സപ്ലി ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ട്, അപ്പോ ഫസ്റ്റ് ചാൻസിൽ പാസ്സാവാൻ കുറച്ച് ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടാണ്, അപ്പൊ പ്ലേസ്ഡ് ആവാനും ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടാണ്. അപ്പൊ ഒരു കാര്യം ചെയ്തേക്കാം, നമുക്ക് സ്വന്തമായിട്ട് എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു കമ്പനി തുടങ്ങിക്കോളാം എന്നൊക്കെ മനസ്സിൽ ഒരു വെള്ളം തിളപ്പിക്കാൻ വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ആ വെള്ളം താഴെ എടുത്ത് വെച്ചോളൂ. ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് നോട്ട് ജസ്റ്റ് ലൈക്ക് ദാറ്റ്. നിങ്ങൾ വിചാരിക്കുന്ന പോലെയല്ല. ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ടഫസ്റ്റ് ദാൻ നമ്മൾ അക്കാഡമിക് എക്സലൻസ് അച്ചീവ് ചെയ്യുന്നതിനേക്കാളും ടഫസ്റ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ജോബാണ്. ഓഫ് കോഴ്സ് അക്കാഡമിക് എക്സലൻസ് ഇതിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഒരു ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ തന്നെയാണ്, ഒരു അഡീഷണൽ ഫാക്ടർ തന്നെയാണ്. പക്ഷേ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് നോട്ട് ദാറ്റ് ഈസി ടാസ്ക്. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പൊ അങ്ങനെ ആരെങ്കിലും വെള്ളം തിളപ്പിക്കാൻ വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അത് എടുത്ത് താഴെ വെച്ചിട്ടാണ് നമുക്ക് കണ്ടിന്യൂ ചെയ്താൽ മതി. ദെൻ അടുത്തൊരു സിനിമ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാല് നിങ്ങൾ കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടോന്ന് അറിയത്തില്ല, നമ്മുടെ ഐശ്വര്യ ലക്ഷ്മി ആൻഡ് ആസിഫ് അലി ഫീച്ചർ ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ഫിലിമാണ് അത്, വിജയ് സൂപ്പറും പൗർണമി എന്നുള്ള ഒരു സിനിമ. അതില് ഐശ്വര്യ ലക്ഷ്മി ഈസ് വെരി എക്സ്പേർട്ട് ആൻഡ് സ്മാർട്ട് ആൻഡ് ടാലന്റഡ് ഗേൾ. അപ്പൊ ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു MBA ഒക്കെ കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് പുതിയ ഒരു ബിസിനസ് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ, ഡിഫറെന്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ബിസിനസ് ഒക്കെ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യണം. അതില് ഒരു പാർട്ണറെ കിട്ടണു, വിജയ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടൊരു പാർട്ണർ. പക്ഷെ അവള് ഭയങ്കര സ്മാർട്ടാണ്, ഭയങ്കര ഡെഡിക്കേറ്റഡ് ആണ്, ഭയങ്കര ഹാർഡ് വർക്ക് ആണ്. പക്ഷെ ഈ പാർട്ണർ അത്രയും ഒരു ഡെഡിക്കേറ്റഡോ അല്ല, അത്രയും ഹാർഡ് വർക്കിങ്ങോ അത്രയും ടൈമിന്റെ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസോ ഒന്നും മനസ്സിലാക്കാത്ത ആളാണ്. സോ ദറ്റ് ഈസ് ഓൾസോ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ്. ആ ഒരു ടീം, നമ്മൾ മാത്രം ഡെഡിക്കേറ്റഡ് ആയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ മാത്രം ഹാർഡ് വർക്കിംഗ് ആയതുകൊണ്ട് ഒരു നല്ല എന്റർപ്രണർ ആവാൻ പറ്റില്ല. വി മസ്റ്റ് ഹാവ് എ ഗുഡ് ടീം ലൈക്ക് ദാറ്റ്. അതുപോലത്തെ ഒരു ടീമും വേണം എന്നുള്ളതാണ് ആ സിനിമയിൽ നിന്ന് മനസ്സിലായത്. കണ്ടിട്ടില്ലെങ്കിൽ കണ്ടു നോക്കുക, ഇറ്റ്സ് വെരി ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റിംഗ്. ഭയങ്കര തമാശ കലർന്ന രീതിയിലാണ് അവതരിപ്പിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. ദെൻ ദ ലാസ്റ്റ് വൺ, ഇതെനിക്ക് മാർട്ടിൻ സാറിനോടും കൂടിയിട്ടാണ് ചോദിക്കാനുള്ളത്. നമ്മൾ എല്ലാവരും കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവും മോഹൻലാലിന്റെയും മമ്മൂട്ടിയുടെ സിനിമ പറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ ഇനി മോഹൻലാൽ ഫാൻസിന് ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടാവേണ്ട. മോഹൻലാലിന് ഒരുപാട് സിനിമകളുണ്ട്, എന്നാലും വരവേൽപ്പ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞൊരു സിനിമ അല്ലെ, എന്തായാലും കുറെ പേര് വിചാരിക്കണ്ടാവുമോ അവന് കുറെ കാശുണ്ടല്ലോ, അപ്പൊ അവന്റെ അച്ഛനൊരു ബിസിനസ് ഇട്ട് കൊടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അവന് ജീവിക്കാം. അപ്പൊ കുറെ കാശുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കുറച്ച് കാശുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ തുടങ്ങാൻ പറ്റുന്ന ഒരു സാധനമാണോ ഈ എന്റർപ്രൈസസ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ബിസിനസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്? ഓഫ് കോഴ്സ് നോട്ട്. അങ്ങനെയല്ല. പൈസ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എന്തും ചെയ്യാം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പൈസ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഇതൊക്കെ സാധിക്കും. അതൊക്കെ വെറുതെ ആണ് നമ്മൾ വിചാരിക്കുന്നത്. ഇപ്പൊ ഫണ്ട് കിട്ടിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഒരുപാട് ഫോർമാലിറ്റീസ് അല്ലെ. വരവേൽപ്പ് എന്നുള്ള സിനിമയില് മോഹൻലാല് ഗൾഫിൽ പോയി കഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട് ഒത്തിരി പേരെ നമുക്കറിയാം. ഇവിടെ നാട്ടിലും മോഹൻലാൽ ഇഷ്ടം പോലെ മോഹൻലാൽമാരുണ്ട് വരവേൽപ്പില്. അത് പറഞ്ഞത് ശ്രീനിവാസന്റെ ഒരു റിലേറ്റീവ് ഒരു ഫ്രണ്ട് ഫേസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു റിയൽ സ്റ്റോറിനെ ബേസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടാണ് അത് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത് ആ സിനിമ. ഇപ്പോഴും ഉണ്ട്, ഇപ്പോഴും അത് എന്താ ആപ്ലിക്കബിൾ ആണ് ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ ഒരു സിറ്റുവേഷനിലും വരവേൽപ്പ്. അതായത് നമ്മളെ ഗവൺമെന്റ് അതോറിറ്റീസ് നമ്മളൊരു ജെന്യൂൻ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു പ്രോജക്റ്റ്, മിഥുനം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ മോഹൻലാലിന്റെ തന്നെ മിഥുനം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ സിനിമ, വെള്ളാനകളുടെ നാട്, എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു ഇതൊക്കെ ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് ശ്രീനിവാസന്റെ തന്നെ സ്ക്രിപ്റ്റ്സ് ആണ്. അതിനിപ്പോഴും അതിന് റെലവൻസ് ഉണ്ട് എന്നുള്ളതാണ് സത്യം. എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു മാർട്ടിൻ സാർ അത് അഡ്രസ് ചെയ്യുമായിരിക്കും എന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുന്നു. നമ്മുടെ കൺസേൺ ഇപ്പൊ ജെന്യൂൻ പ്രോജക്റ്റ് ആണ്. ഇഫ് യു ആർ അപ്രോച്ചിങ് ദ ഗവൺമെന്റ് അതോറിറ്റീസ്, നമുക്ക് ഭയങ്കര ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടാണ്. ഒരു സാധാരണക്കാരന് മുദ്ര എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഭയങ്കര വലിയ ലോൺസും മോദിയുടെ പിക്ചറൊക്കെ വെച്ചിട്ടും അതുപോലുള്ള സാധനങ്ങളൊക്കെ കാണുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ വിചാരിക്കും ദൈവമേ 1 കോടി വരെ ലോൺ, ഒന്നും വേണ്ട അത്രേ. അതായത് കൊളാറ്ററൽ സെക്യൂരിറ്റി ഒന്നും വേണ്ട. നമുക്കൊരു വലിയ ഐഡിയ ഒക്കെ ഇടണം, പിന്നെ ഒന്ന് തുടങ്ങിക്കളയാന്നൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ വിചാരിക്കും. പക്ഷെ നമ്മൾ വെൻ വി ആർ അപ്രോച്ചിങ് ദ ബാങ്ക്, അവർ ചോദിക്കുന്ന കൊളാറ്ററൽ സെക്യൂരിറ്റി ഒക്കെ നമ്മുടെ കയ്യിലില്ല. അതെന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ സാധാരണക്കാർക്ക് ഇങ്ങനത്തെ ഇതൊക്കെ ഒരു അൺറീച്ചബിൾ ആണ്. അറ്റ് ദ സെയിം ടൈം വിജയം വലിയ ലോൺ എടുക്കുന്ന കോടികൾ എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഒരു കൊളാറ്ററൽ സെക്യൂരിറ്റി അവിടെ കൊടുത്തിട്ടില്ലേ? അതല്ലെങ്കിൽ കൊളാറ്ററൽ സെക്യൂരിറ്റി നോക്കുമ്പോൾ സെയിം collateral security is used for achieving different loans. അതൊക്കെ എങ്ങനെയാണ് ചെയ്യുക? സിനിമയിൽ നമ്മൾ കാണുന്ന പോലെ തന്നെ. ഇങ്ങനത്തെ ഈ കാര്യങ്ങളെല്ലാം നമുക്ക് പ്രാക്ടിക്കലി നമ്മൾക്ക് ഇപ്പോഴും ഫേസ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടി വരുന്നുള്ളത് ഒരു സത്യാവസ്ഥയാണ്. though there are lot of schemes and opportunities are there, പക്ഷെ എങ്ങനെയാണ് സാധാരണക്കാരന് ഇത്രയൊന്നും പ്രശ്നങ്ങളില്ലാതെ ഇതൊക്കെ ഒന്ന് അച്ചീവ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുക എന്നുള്ളത്, of course ഈ പറഞ്ഞ ഡെഡിക്കേഷനും ഹാർഡ് വർക്കും എല്ലാം ഉള്ള ഒരു ടീമിനെയാണ് ഞാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത്. അങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എങ്ങനെ ഈ ലീഗൽ കോംപ്ലിക്കേഷൻസും ഈ അതോറിറ്റീസിന്റെ കയ്യിൽ നിന്നുള്ള ഇങ്ങനത്തെ നെഗറ്റീവ് ഒരു റിമാർക്സും നമ്മൾക്ക് പ്രോഗ്രസ് ചെയ്യാൻ, മുന്നോട്ട് പോകാനായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ തോന്നിപ്പിക്കാത്ത വിധത്തിലുള്ള പല പല ഡിഫറെന്റ് ഒരു പേഴ്സണൽ ഇതിലുള്ളതായിരിക്കാം. എന്നാലും സിനിമ ഒന്നും ഒരു സിനിമയായിട്ടല്ല, ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് റിയൽ ലൈഫ്. എനിക്ക് അങ്ങനെ തോന്നിയിട്ടുള്ളത്. അപ്പോ അത് സാറ് അഡ്രസ് ചെയ്യായിരിക്കുമെന്ന് ഞാൻ വിചാരിക്കുന്നു. പിന്നെ ഒരു കാര്യം കൂടി ഞാൻ ഓർമ്മിപ്പിച്ചുകൊണ്ട്, നമുക്ക് ഒരു ഓണ്ടർപ്രണർ ആവണമെങ്കിൽ വി ഷുഡ് ഹാവ് PhD. PhD എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ 5 വർഷം കൊണ്ട് നേടിയെടുക്കാൻ പറ്റാവുന്ന ഒരു ഈസി PhD അല്ല. സംതിങ് മോർ വിച്ച് ഈസ് പാഷൻ, ഹാർഡ് വർക്ക് ആൻഡ് ഡെഡിക്കേഷൻ. പാഷൻ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഓട്ടോമാറ്റിക് ആയിട്ട് ഹാർഡ് വർക്കും ഡെഡിക്കേഷനും വന്നോളും. സോ യുൽ ബി PhD. പാഷൻ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് PhD കിട്ടും. പക്ഷേ പാഷൻ ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ എന്താ ഉണ്ടാവുക? ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ എൻ്റെ കേസ് തന്നെ എടുക്കുകയാണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ, എനിക്ക് ടീച്ചിങ്ങിലായിരുന്നില്ല പാഷൻ. ഐ വാസ് ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റഡ് ഇൻ കോഡിങ്, പ്രോഗ്രാമിങ്ങിലായിരുന്നു. പിന്നെ ഫാമിലി ഒരു ലൈഫായിട്ട് ഇത് വന്നപ്പോഴത്തേക്കും ടീച്ചിങ്ങിലേക്ക് വന്നതാണ്. അപ്പൊ ആദ്യം ഐ എം നോട്ട് ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റഡ് മച്ച്. അപ്പോൾ പക്ഷേ ഇപ്പൊ ഞാനൊരു 13-14 years ആയി ടീച്ചിങ്ങിൽ വന്നപ്പോഴത്തേക്കും ഐ ആം വെരി മച്ച് പാഷനേറ്റ് അബൌട്ട് ടീച്ചിങ്. കുട്ടികളെന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അത്രയും ഒരു പോസിറ്റീവ് എനർജിയാണ്. അപ്പൊ എനിക്ക് ഒരു സോഫ്റ്റ്വെയർ ഒന്നും എനിക്ക് ഒന്നുമില്ല. അപ്പൊ പാഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് കുറെ വർഷങ്ങൾ കൊണ്ട് ഒരേ ഫീൽഡിൽ നമ്മൾ വർക്ക് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഓട്ടോമാറ്റിക്കായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ പാഷൻ നമുക്ക് ബൈ ബർത്ത് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് ഒരു ഇൻസ്റ്റിങ്ക്ട് അത് ഇല്ലെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് ഡെവലപ്പ് ചെയ്തെടുക്കും. പക്ഷെ ഹാർഡ് വർക്ക് ആൻഡ് ഡെഡിക്കേഷൻ എന്തായാലും ഇനിഷ്യലി തന്നെ ഹാർഡ് വർക്ക് ആൻഡ് ഡെഡിക്കേഷൻ മസ്റ്റ് ആണ്. ദെൻ വി ഹാവ് ടു ഡെവലപ്പ് പാഷൻ. നമുക്ക് അതിലില്ലെങ്കിൽ വി ഹാവ് ടു ഡെവലപ്പ് ദ പാഷൻ. ആൻഡ് ഐ വിഷ് യു ഓൾ ദ ബെസ്റ്റ് മൈ ഡിയർ സ്റ്റുഡൻസ്. സാറ് ഡീറ്റെയിൽ ആയിട്ട് അതിനെ ക്ലാസ് എടുക്കും. ആൻഡ് വൺ മോർ തിങ്, ഞാനൊരു കാര്യം ഇവിടെ പറഞ്ഞില്ലെങ്കിൽ അത് മൈ സ്പീച്ച് വുഡ് ബി ഇൻകംപ്ലീറ്റ്. ബിക്കോസ് ഐ വുഡ് express my sincere gratitude to Mrs. Vijayalakshmi, and a dance teacher ആണ് Vijayalakshmi teacher, who is working in MSME Divisional Development Institute തൃശ്ശൂർ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. സോ ടീച്ചർ വഴിയാണ് ഇങ്ങനെ സാറിനെ, മാർട്ടിൻ സാറിനെ നമുക്ക് കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റിയതും ഈ ഒരു പ്രോഗ്രാം ഇത്രയും പെട്ടെന്ന് നമുക്ക് അറേഞ്ച് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റിയത്. സോ താങ്ക് യു സോ മച്ച് Vijayalakshmi teacher. Thank you so much for the support, and I wish all the best to the students. എന്താ പറയാ, നാളേക്ക് നല്ല സംരംഭകരായി തീരാനുള്ള എനർജിയും ആർജവും ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയെടുക്കുക. താങ്ക് യു സോ മച്ച്. താങ്ക് യു ആൾ.
Thank you, ma'am. He is a man of distinct vision and a founder-head of illuminating ideas, an ideal of knowledge and experience, and inspiration to all of us. We feel honored to have with us torchbearer of Universal Engineering College, a very perfect human and a successful overseas entrepreneur. Now, I take this opportunity to invite Mr. P.B. Zainuddin, Director, Universal Engineering College, Director, Hotpack Global UAE, for the inaugural address. Sir, please.
Thank you. Good morning. ബഹുമാന്യനായ പ്രിൻസിപ്പൽ ജോസ് സാർ, HOD രേഖ മിസ്, നമ്മുടെ ക്ഷണം സ്വീകരിച്ച് ഇന്നത്തെ മുഖ്യ പ്രഭാഷണം നടത്തുന്ന മാർട്ടിൻ പി ചാക്കോ സർ, മറ്റു വിശിഷ്ട അതിഥികളെ, അധ്യാപക, അനധ്യാപക, വിദ്യാർത്ഥിനികളെ, കോവിഡും മഴക്കെടുതിയും കടൽക്ഷോഭവും എല്ലാം ഒരുമിച്ച് നേരിട്ടുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ഈ മഹാമാരി കാലത്ത് ആത്മവിശ്വാസവും പ്രതീക്ഷയും നിലനിർത്തേണ്ടത് അത്യാവശ്യമാണ്. ഈ ദുരിതകാലവും കടന്നുപോകും എന്ന ഒരു വലിയ മെസ്സേജ് സമൂഹത്തിന് നൽകാൻ ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള പരിപാടികൾക്ക് സഹായിക്കും. ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു പരിപാടി ഇത്തരുണത്തിൽ സംഘടിപ്പിച്ച ഇലക്ട്രോണിക്സ് ആൻഡ് കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേഷൻ എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗ് ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെന്റിനോടും IEDCയോടും ഉള്ള എൻ്റെ നന്ദി അറിയിക്കുന്നു. ഒരു ഓൺട്രപ്രനർ ആവുക എന്നത് ഒരു ദിവസം കൊണ്ട് സംഭവിക്കുന്ന കാര്യമല്ല. ഏത് ഒരു വലിയ സ്വപ്നം കാണുമ്പോഴും അതിൻ്റെ വിധി എന്താണെന്ന് നമുക്ക് തുടക്ക സമയത്ത് പ്രവചിക്കാൻ സാധ്യമല്ല. എന്നാലും നമുക്ക് ചില തോന്നലുകളും പ്രതീക്ഷകളും ഉണ്ടാവും. ഈ വഴി പോയാൽ ലക്ഷ്യസ്ഥാനത്തെത്താം, ആ ലക്ഷ്യസ്ഥാനത്തെത്തിയാൽ അവിടെ എന്തൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടാവാം. അത് തന്നെയാണ് ഒരു ബിസിനസിന്റെ അടിസ്ഥാനമായിട്ടുള്ള കാരണം. അതുകൂടാതെ രേഖ മിസ് പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ അതിയായ ആഗ്രഹം, കഠിനമായ പരിശ്രമം, നിരന്തരവും ആത്മാർത്ഥവുമായ ലക്ഷ്യങ്ങൾ, ഇതെല്ലാം കൂടുമ്പോഴാണ് ഒരു ബിസിനസ് നമുക്ക് തുടങ്ങാൻ സാധിക്കുന്നത്. എന്തായാലും ഈ ചാലഞ്ചിങ് ടൈമിൽ നമുക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു പരിപാടി സംഘടിപ്പിക്കുമ്പോൾ MSME എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് എന്നതിനെ കുറിച്ചിട്ട് മാർട്ടിൻ സാർ നമ്മളോട് പറയും. ഞാൻ മനസ്സിലാക്കിയെടുത്തോളം MSME ഇന്ത്യൻ എക്കണോമിയിൽ വലിയ ഒരു പ്രാധാന്യം ഉള്ള ഒരു ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെന്റ് ആണ്. 6.3 crores MSME businesses are there in India. In general, almost 25 crores of people are connected with this sector. MSME is engaged in production, manufacturing, processing, and preservation of goods and commodities. It is considered to be a backbone of Indian economy that has contributed in the socio-economic development of Indian economy. In general, employment opportunities and work in the development of backward and rural areas, MSME is contributing a big part. So MSME ഒരുപാട് സഹായങ്ങൾ പുതിയ ബിസിനസ്സുകൾക്കായിട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇപ്പൊ ഈ കോവിഡ് കാലത്ത് ഒരുപാട് സപ്പോർട്ടുകൾ ബിസിനസ് സഫർ ചെയ്യുന്ന ബിസിനസ്സുകൾക്കൊക്കെ ചെയ്തു കൊടുക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. അതിനെപ്പറ്റിയൊക്കെ സാറ് സംസാരിക്കും. എന്തായാലും I don't want to take too much of your time. I need to leave time for the keynote speaker, Martin sir. He will be explaining how to become a good entrepreneur with the help of MSME. I hope you all learn and understand from him and take support and assistance provided by the organization of central government. എല്ലാവർക്കും ഒരു നല്ല ദിവസം നേർന്നുകൊണ്ട് ഈ വെബിനാർ ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്തതായി അറിയിക്കുന്നു. താങ്ക് യു.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Next, I would like to call upon our respected principal, the sculptor of human character and a seasoned scholar of this navigator of this flagship of knowledge for the principal address. Sir, please.
Thank you, Anina. Respected Zainuddin sir, Chief Guest Martin Chagwa sir, HOD Rekha ma'am, my dear colleagues and my dear students. So I'm very happy today that on the International Day of Telecommunication, we are organizing an entrepreneurship class. എൻ്റെ ഇപ്പം ഇന്ന് ഈ മീറ്റിങ്ങിൽ രണ്ട് പ്രഗത്ഭരായ വ്യക്തികളാണ്. ദ ഫസ്റ്റ് വൺ ഈസ് an entrepreneur and other is എന്താ പറയുക MSMEയുടെ അസിസ്റ്റന്റ് ഡയറക്ടർ. നമുക്കറിയാം നമ്മൾക്ക് ഓരോരുത്തരുടെയും അടുത്ത് ഇഷ്ടം പോലെ റിസോഴ്സസ് ആർ അവൈലബിൾ. ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ, ഇൻ ദ പ്രസന്റ് സിനാരിയോ വി നോ oxygen is available in the air. പക്ഷേ ആ ഓക്സിജൻ നമ്മൾ സാധാരണ എടുക്കുന്നത് പോലെ നമ്മൾ ബ്രീത്ത് ചെയ്യുന്ന പോലെ ബ്രീത്ത് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ഓക്കെയാണ്. പക്ഷേ ഒരു കോവിഡ് ബാധിച്ച ഒരാൾക്ക്, ഒരു കോവിഡ് പേഷ്യൻറ്റ്, ഹി നീഡ് അഡീഷണൽ സപ്പോർട്ട്. പക്ഷേ ഈ ഓക്സിജനെ എയറിൽ അവൈലബിൾ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഈ ഓക്സിജനെ പ്രോസസ്സ് ചെയ്ത് അതിനെ വേറൊരു ഫോമിലേക്ക് ആക്കുമ്പോൾ മാത്രമാണ് നമുക്ക് അതിനെ യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ സാധിക്കുക. അപ്പോൾ ഒന്ന് ആലോചിച്ച് നോക്കിയേ, ഈച്ച് ആൻഡ് എവറിത്തിങ് ഈസ് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ്. നമ്മൾ ഏറ്റവും നെഗ്ലക്ട് ചെയ്ത് കളയുന്ന ഒരു ഓക്സിജൻ ഇന്ന് ഏറ്റവും വിലയുള്ളൊരു സാധനമാണ്. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ചുറ്റും കാണുന്ന ഓരോ കാര്യങ്ങളും അതിനെ നമുക്ക് എങ്ങനെ കൺവേർട്ട് ചെയ്ത് സൊസൈറ്റിക്കോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾക്ക് ചുറ്റുമുള്ള ആൾക്കാർക്ക് യൂസ്ഫുൾ ആക്കി അതിനെ കൺവേർട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ സാധിക്കും, അതാണ് നമ്മൾ ചിന്തിക്കേണ്ട ഒരു കാര്യം. ഇപ്പോൾ ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ ഹോട്ട് പാക്ക്, അവർ പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന പാക്കിംഗ് മെറ്റീരിയൽസ് അത് ചുറ്റുമുള്ള സൊസൈറ്റിക്ക് എങ്ങനെ ആവശ്യമുണ്ട് എന്ന് മനസ്സിലാക്കിക്കൊണ്ട് അതിൻ്റെ റോ മെറ്റീരിയൽസ് കളക്ട് ചെയ്ത് അതിനെ ഒരു പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് ആക്കി മാറ്റിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. എവറി ഡേ അവർ പുതിയ ബ്രാൻഡ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പുതിയ പ്രോഡക്ട്സ് ഉണ്ടാക്കിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു റിസർച്ച് നടക്കുന്നു, പുതിയ പ്രോഡക്ട്സ് പുറത്തു വരുന്നു. അതായത് ബേസ്ഡ് ഓൺ ദ റിക്വയർമെന്റ് ഓഫ് ദ സൊസൈറ്റി. ദാറ്റ്സ് ദ മോസ്റ്റ് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് തിങ്. നമ്മൾ നോക്കുമ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ ചുറ്റും ഇഷ്ടംപോലെ അവൈലബിൾ റിസോഴ്സ് ഉണ്ട്, പക്ഷെ സൊസൈറ്റിക്ക് എന്താണ് ആവശ്യം ആ രീതിയിലേക്ക് അതിനെ ട്രാൻസ്ഫോം ചെയ്യാം. അവിടെയാണ് നമ്മൾ എൻജിനീയേഴ്സിൻ്റെ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതലായിട്ടുള്ള ആവശ്യം വരുന്നത്. ആസ് എൻ എൻജിനീയർ എനിക്ക് എന്ത് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും? 4 വർഷം കഴിഞ്ഞ് ഞാനൊരു എംപ്ലോയി ആയി പോകണോ, ഞാൻ കുറച്ച് പേർ കൂടെ ഒരു ജോലി കൊടുക്കുന്ന എംപ്ലോയർ ആവണോ? ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് എ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇട്ട് തരുന്ന ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആണ് അത്. നിങ്ങളുടെ ചോയ്സ്. ഓരോരുത്തരുടെയും കപ്പാസിറ്റി അനുസരിച്ചിട്ട്, ഡെഡിക്കേഷൻ അനുസരിച്ചിട്ട്, നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ ഹാർഡ് വർക്ക് അനുസരിച്ചിട്ട് നമുക്ക് ഓരോ രീതിയിലേക്ക് തിരിയാൻ പറ്റും. അപ്പോൾ ഇന്നത്തെ ഈ ദിവസം വളരെ ധന്യമായിരിക്കുകയാണ്. നമുക്ക് ഇന്ന് ഇവിടെ നമ്മുടെ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗ് കോളേജിലെ ഓൺട്രപ്രണർഷിപ്പ് ആൻഡ് ഇന്നോവേഷൻ ആൻഡ് ഓൺട്രപ്രണർഷിപ്പ് ഡെവലപ്മെന്റ് സെല്ലിലെ എല്ലാ സ്റ്റുഡൻസും, അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഇലക്ട്രോണിക്സ് എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗ് ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെന്റ് സ്റ്റുഡൻസ് ആൻഡ് ഓൾ അതർ ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെന്റ് സ്റ്റുഡൻസ് ആർ ഓൾസോ വാച്ചിങ് ത്രൂ യൂട്യൂബ് ലൈവ്. അപ്പോൾ ഇവർക്കെല്ലാവർക്കും ഒരു പ്രയോജനപ്പെടുന്ന ഒരു ക്ലാസ് ആയിട്ട് ഇത് മാറും എന്നുള്ളത് 100% എനിക്ക് ഉറപ്പുണ്ട്. നമുക്ക് എന്തൊക്കെ രീതിയിൽ ഇതിനെ നമുക്ക് കൺവേർട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും അതിനെക്കുറിച്ചൊക്കെ ഇന്ന് ഡീറ്റെയിൽ ആയിട്ട് ക്ലാസ് ഉണ്ടാവും. ആൻഡ് ഐ താങ്ക് യു Zainuddin sir and Martin sir for being with us. You are utilizing your valuable time with us. Okay. ആൻഡ് എല്ലാവിധ ആശംസകളും ഈ ഒരു പ്രോഗ്രാമിന് നേർന്നുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ വാക്ക് നിർത്തുന്നു. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.
Thank you so much, sir. Today we have our speaker, Mr. Martin P. Chacko. He is the Assistant Director, Government of India, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, MSME Development Institute, Thrissur, for 20 years of servicing MSME sector. He completed his Bachelor of Science in Chemistry from MG University, Kottayam, in the year 1990 and earned dual Master of Science in Applied Chemistry in CUSAT, Kochi in 1991 and Food Technology from the Central Food Technological Research Institute the year 1993. He attended international seminar on food quality organized by APO in Tokyo, Japan. For 6 years, he worked in different food processing industries in India and such as Amul, Anand, United Breweries, Amalgam Freeze Dyeing Limited, etc. So he had worked with the Consent Food Industry, Free Zone Establishment by UAE. Just a little housekeeping before we get started. Feedback from attendance link will be posted in the chat box at the end of the section or in the chat box of YouTube. If you have any question during the presentation, please type them into the question box in your Zoom controlled panel or YouTube chat. I will bring up them during the presentation, or you can use the raise hand option so that I will unmute correspondingly. You can have an interactive section with the speaker. Also, you have a time and the questions for the end. Again, Kerala is having a quite storming weather at this moment, and we cannot be sure about the connectivity and weather. So, he'll permit us to give a perfect live stream. So, if you run into troubles, please cooperate with us, and any inconvenience caused will be addressed by us. Now, without further ado, we will turn the time over to speak Mr. Martin Pichaco. Sir, please.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Mr. P.B. Sainuddin, Director of the college, as well as Hotpack Global UAE. Mr. Dr. Jose K. Jacob, Principal of the college, and HOD of the department, Mr. Surika M. Mr. Febin Raju, also Mr. Mahesh Mohan, and all other teaching, non-teaching staff of the college, and the students who have participated in the program. I'm very happy to address, as well as I am very happy to express my thanks to you all for inviting a department of Minister MSME to address the whole college, bringing the message of entrepreneurship. And today morning when Rekha madam was telling me our director P.B. Sainuddin sir would be addressing, would be a part of this inaugural program, I was just browsing through his, the hot pack. Actually, I was in Jabal Ali, same place where his unit is there. I was in 1999 with the Concept Food Industry. It's an industry making, syrup from dates fruit, colorless, odorless syrup that is used as a ingredient for the Coca-Cola and all. Instead of our sugar, that is being used in US as a sugar ingredient. So I was browsing through this site, and I was very happy to see so many, that the packaging materials, which is a very big concern, at least for the time being for India, because we waste a lot of materials, and that too not degradable. So in this context, the packing material, which normally we treat as a very cheap item, and use it casually and throw it wherever we like. So that is made into a that is channelized through a degradable items. It's really a wonderful venture, and we can call it as a startup. Anyway, we will be seeing, and I'm very happy to see that the director of the college himself is an example of entrepreneurship. No, I think I will give a brief introduction about my department. This is Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Entrepreneurs, Medium Enterprises. My sound is okay, madam? Anyone can?
Yes, sir. It's
Yes,
clear.
sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
It is clear. Okay, I can carry on. So this is Ministry of MSME, we call it in short, that is Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. Actually, earlier it was named as, its name was SSI, Small Scale Industries. And later on with the global tune, the global tune is like this SME sector, Small and Medium Enterprises. So accordingly, the name has been changed in the year 2006 with an act, the MSME Development Act. So that became a ministry, not just nearly 2006, means not earlier it was a department of Ministry of Commerce, and 2006 it becomes a ministry, independent ministry. So that shows the importance of small scale sector in India. Not only in India and across the globe, small scale sector is the vibrant, is the backbone of economy of many of the nations. Similarly in India also. So that importance we have recorded by making a ministry as such. So this office, MSME Development Institute Thrissur, it is the only field office for the state of Kerala and as well as for the Lakshadweep. And likewise, every state has got one office, and many big states has got even branch offices. Like Tamil Nadu got a branch at Coimbatore, Tirunelveli, and the directorate office at Chennai. So, and of course, in a similar fashion, we have in state government also. State government also we have the under Minister of Industries Minister. We have Secretary Industries, Principal Secretary, as well as Director of Industries, under whom there are every district there are one offices called District Industry Center. That I will be mentioning during my classes. But actually, the function of central government is it's the formulation of policies, mainly formulation of policies for the entire nation. Because through that thread only, all other states will be connected, and every state has got its own independence. It can make its own policy changes. Any disturbance, any problem?
Rekha, you can please unmute.
No,
Sorry,
sir.
mute.
Okay. So likewise, in every state has got its own independent industries department. It makes their own policies, but still at the same time, at center there is a ministry to make common policies for the entire nation. So along with that policy, central government has got its own schemes directly from the central government. Of course, sometimes those policies and schemes are not sometimes always implemented through the Department of Industries in the state. Now, this is how we have an office at Thrissur. Hopefully, we are all lucky. Thrissur is very much, Thrissur office is very much accessible to all the people in and around Thrissur. So they are very well knowing about MSME DI Thrissur. They can come over there, take the help. But whereas the other people know distant places like Trivandrum or even Kasaragod, those people are only sometimes they heard only about the MSME DI. They used to telephone or they send emails. But the proximity of the office has made very much useful to the Thrissur district. Now, I hope I can upload my presentation. Is it visible, madam? Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Clear.
Yes, sir.
Clear.
You can see the slide.
Yes.
Now it's in the slideshow. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir. Okay. Proceed.
See, I will be going through in a systematic way as far as I concern, right from what is an entrepreneurship, how one can be an entrepreneur. There are many ways one can become entrepreneur. Then what are the schemes and policies government of India is offering? How you can utilize all of these schemes to become a successful entrepreneur. Of course, these are all these are all the schemes and policies as proposed by the government of India. And you can ask me, you can keep if you have some questions, you can keep with you. You can ask me during question answering sessions. I'll be addressing it. And of course, I hope you would all enjoy the program And once again, I welcome to this presentation. So this is entrepreneurship and schemes of Ministry of MSME, Government of India. How to become a good entrepreneur. That's your title, for which I have been invited for the presentation. You may look at the word entrepreneur. It was a verb. Now we call entrepreneur as a noun. You know, when you see a person, you can say he's an entrepreneur. There's quite difference between entrepreneur and businessman. A lot of difference will be coming to that. So the word, it was a verb initially. It is a French. It is originated from the French word entrepreneur. It was a verb, means to do something or to undertake something. Of course, it is closely related to the what we mean today, entrepreneur. To do something or to undertake. It was a verb that was in 13th century. In 16th century, it became a noun. So you see the transformation of the verb into a noun. Now we treat entrepreneur as a noun. Anyway, let's see what's an entrepreneurship. Many people now, normally when we see something, we used to go for definitions, very standard sort of definitions. Of course, we have so many definitions we will get. Once you browse to the net, you'll get a lot of definitions. Entrepreneur is one who organizes, who set up a company. He coordinates. He has got leadership. He establishes. He starts something. He makes profit. So a lot of definitions we can see. And many of you will theoretically agree with all these definitions because everybody can come to know a definition. Physically, you can understand what is a definition. But I don't want to give you a kind of definitions. I want to give you some sort of chords. Please see the first chords. It says, no, it's not a part-time job. It's not a part-time job. Not even a full-time. Neither part-time, not full-time. But what it is? It's a lifestyle. Look at her eyes. It's very bright, glittering. It says it's a lifestyle. So a lot of difference between, you know, when I was graduated and after post-graduation, automatically we would opt for a job. So what is a job? Which brings you some income, whether you love it or not. Is it a passion for you? No. It's a part of my income. I do that job, get my money, come back to home and enjoy with my family. It's not a lifestyle. A profession of a doctor, a dedicated doctor. I mean, it's very rare to find dedicated doctors, professional teachers. It's a lifestyle. Until a professor of a university. You know, nowadays we see so many professors, but scientist. When I was a young student, I used to learn scientist. Scientist means our Isaac Newton, Einstein. But today also we got so many scientists posts, but solely just for namesake. Many people are scientists in many organizations. But it's not a lifestyle, it's a job as a scientist. The same job becomes a lifestyle for somebody else. So it's a lifestyle. Entrepreneurship is a lifestyle. See much more, another sort of definition. It says it's not a job, but a way of life. Same definition. This another concept. But goes something more than that. It says something you need to embrace wholeheartedly. What's that embrace? There's an element of love. What is that embrace with your heart? You have a job, you have a career. Anytime have you embraced it? You are a student. Have you embraced your studentship? I never believe, many not. Have you embraced while you are going to worship place? Have you embraced your parents? The element of love, it gives life. It goes some more ahead than the first definition. Something you need to embrace wholeheartedly. The heart comes. It's in your heart. Let's go to the next. It's called a modern definition. What it says? Transform the world. Entrepreneurship is something about transforming the world, solving its problem. Currently we are all going through some problems. We couldn't solve it completely. Partially we could solve, but not completely. There are many problems, changes happening across the world day by day in our life. But are we solving it? Sometimes we will not face it. I want to bypass it. Don't want to face it. I just want a bypassing. I don't want to go straight and see the problems. No, I don't want. But that's not entrepreneurship. Transforming the world by solving its problems. Never comes the word profit or money. Of course, it will come automatically. So this is the most ultimate, but still the definition will change, go on changing. The cards will go on changing as we face different scenarios, themes in the life. Transforming the world. The world is getting transformed. Bill Gates, everyone is calling Bill Gates. Don't want to make you boring. He invented basics when he was a undergraduate in Harvard University. How much it is useful for the mankind. How much it has made the work of mankind simpler. IBM contracted him. Then he made later on MS-DOS. Now MS, everywhere MS, Microsoft softwares. Without this, how we would have been? We would have lost the world. Somewhere maybe very rude type of work we would have done. We would have been doing it. But what is the transformation which has brought into place? Lakhs of people have been benefited. Society is being benefited. Society is blessed with that transformation. This is what you have a problem, find a solution, not for the money. The money will come. The profit will be generated. It is of this world, money. But the problem still exists. We won't be able to live. You won't be able to have a smooth life on Earth planet. So this definition, please keep it in your mind. No, there is, this again, Amridamaya Amridam Vesham, it's a saying, it's a proverb in Malayalam. It's not a bad proverb. Madhuram Kudiyalem namakku kaikum, namukku ishtapedilla. Kaipum അതുപോലെ നമുക്ക് എന്തും അമിതമായി കഴിഞ്ഞു. So is there a negative impact of all? It is important. It says, in Italy, once upon a time, some slowdown of the economy is reported because of more self-employment. But it follows an answer. It says what? Too many chefs and not enough cooks spoil the soup. It's not because of the self-employment increased and slowed down the economy. That's not correct. Where self-employment gone to a larger extent, many have become managers. Only managers. This is blah, 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 blah. Manager's job is blah, blah, blah. Our Bajaj, Rahul Bajaj was telling, I don't want to go to the stories and all. Anyway, so he's consultant from Japan. Rahul Bajaj consultant from Japan. He came for a quality consultancy, like lean manufacturing, something like that. He was seeing the Rahul Bajaj in between in the corner, because the consultant is from Japan. He need not to bother who is manager, who is boss, who is an employee. He just called Rahul Bajaj and asked him, Mr. Bajaj, what is your job? My job. I am the Oh, okay, you are the big boss. What is your job? I am planning, designing. Oh, you are working with the design department. No, 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 no. Then what is your job? We are the pioneers of bike. We used to make bike and we used to sell it. Oh, you are in the sales department. No, 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 no. I am the whole. What is your job? So he couldn't answer his question. Actually, what is his contribution to that big corporate? He himself is giving a video presentation. Rajiv Bachchan, I'm sorry, not Rahul Bachchan, Rajiv Bachchan. And he says he was not able to tell what is his job. Again, next day. So next day also he asked, so what is your job? Then Rajiv Bajaj was stumbled. Then this person told him, your job as a CEO of this unit is to give motivation, to make, to lead, to give motivate. Every day you motivate. You give motivation to professionals. There are design professional, finance professional, marketing professional. What motivation you give to them? That's what your job. So many top positions when we reach, we don't know our job. Our job is just to talk, and go. Lower people, lower floor people will work hard. They know their job. So this is what which says too many chefs and not enough cooks. Cooks are very little. Now those who work in the floor, that spoils the soup. So many instructions will come, and no one is there to work in the floor. See, that will spoil the soups. That means now this self-employment, increase of self-employment has never slowed down the economy. And now I am inviting all of you to see the face of an entrepreneur. Many places, you must be, suppose you go for a marriage, you will be seeing so many faces. In the face itself, you can see a glow, an aura. So some people will like, no, that face may be black or may not be handsome or beautiful, but still the face is very important. It is the inner reflection. An entrepreneur's face is almost like, I just would like, please see this face. Look at her face. And she is Thomas Blue, is the founder of CEO of Mental Happy. It's a social network helping people around the world overcome the challenging life events and improve their daily lives through peer groups. So I just wanted to tell you, so happy she is. Everyone wants to be so happy. So look at that face and get inspired. Now to the students of this group, this gathering, I would like to tell you what really entrepreneurship teaches you. Literature says it teaches crucial life skills. What are crucial life skills? In the inaugural address, many people have addressed or pinpointed some of the words. What is that? How to collaborate and how to work with a team. Entrepreneurship is, though we call it a one-man show, once you start a business, maybe it involves some technical part, some financial part, some marketing concepts, some accounting terms. The entrepreneur himself may not be knowing it. He may not be knowing. He needs to collaborate. He needs to take help from other person. Needs to make a teamwork. Not that I am all others will obey what I am telling. I should know that. In European countries, if you go for an interview, in many of the European countries, your qualification they will see only last, whether you know the job. Recently, my nephew in Canada, he was just making a call. He wanted to attend the interview. Uncle, tell me how I can face these interviews. They don't mind what certificates and all, what doctorate you have, what qualification, whether you know the job. Until unless you know the job, you can't manage it. As a chef in a hotel, you can't manage if you don't know the dish, how it comes out. What are the ingredients goes in, at what rate. So if a hotel management, a lot of things are happening. So we have to depend or depend or collaborate with the different sections, different human resources. During studentship, we would say, I don't like that man, I will not speak with him. But in business, there's nothing like that. We may speak even the person whom we do not like. We may seek help from the person whom we do not like. That is something different. So collaborate, work with the team. It's something very, very, very crucial. Many people may not. How to speak in public? How you speak in public? Some people are speaking in public and people are attracted. They get a lot of clappings. Why? Why? എണ്ണയും വെള്ളവും അത് ഇങ്ങനെ വേർതിരിഞ്ഞു നിന്നാല് നമുക്കിത് ഭംഗിയുണ്ടാകും. ഏതൊരു സ്പീച്ചിലും ഓഡിയൻസിന്റെ ആ ട്യൂൺ, വാട്ട് ദേ റിക്വയർ, പാത്രം കണ്ട് വിളമ്പണം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പന്തി കണ്ട് വിളമ്പണം. ആ റിക്വയർമെന്റ് അനുസരിച്ച് നമ്മൾ പെരുമാറിയില്ലെങ്കിൽ, until unless we feed them according to the audience requirement, that speech will be out, that teacher will be out. I tell you, many of the classes are spoiled. Don't want to refer that, but because how you give it, whom you are giving, the audience you should keep in your mind. So how to speak in public? Prepare an effective presentation. The presentation should be of the time, should have situation, should have the subject, and it should be so flexible. How to collect and analyze data? So there are many things. I don't want to go each and every aspect. When you just see, you can analyze many of this problem. How to solve a real. This is an important thing. How to solve a real complex problem that don't have a definite answer. Right now we are going through such a situation. We have Corona. We have COVID patients. A lot of uncertainties. We don't have a definite answer. If we couldn't even stop, we couldn't even with the vaccination, though the entire world is moving, we are also moving along with them. And many have advanced, we are still moving in some ways. But see, this is a complex problem. How you solve the problems? Even without knowing, even without having a definite answer. Sometimes we will be able to solve the problem. But the answer or the tool with which to solve the problem, we may not be really knowing. That may be accidental. So that's what, even without having a definite answer, there's many problems which does not have a definite answer. Immediate solutions we find. May not be a long run solution. It may not be a long lasting solution. Later on we will work on that. We'll find a solution which is very apt, perfect, which is solid and does not have any other side effects. But immediately, how we'll be able to find a solution. So we should not get stumbled with the problems. Go along with the problems. You be in the solution side somehow. So how you solve real problems? These are all part and parcel of how to use your curiosity and creativity. Every human being is created with a lot of curiosity and creativity. Use it for the right positive purpose. So entrepreneurship is a chance. Now you can see some of the words I have written, scribbled. I have just written so many words. All these are associated with entrepreneurship, innovation, new idea, facing problems, creativity, problem solving, initiation. It's very important. Initiation comes from the fact of confidence. Confidence comes through knowledge. The knowledge reaches confidence level only with the confirmation. Now, initiation is very important. Sometimes we blindly initiate. Some people will initiate with confidence because that confidence is through his knowledge about the field. Some people also initiate but without not knowing, but they may be misled. Risk-taking, teamwork, organize and turn negative into positive, perseverance. Now we are all through a negative channels. Shortly we will be coming to a positive side. There's nothing called a negative always. The same negative we will make into positive very shortly. Selfless, flexible, ambitious. There are so many words associated with entrepreneurship. I'm not telling all. Now, there is a general assumption thinking that an entrepreneur is a businessman. No, businessman is not entrepreneur. An entrepreneur may be a businessman, but all businessmen are not entrepreneurs. The business is something different. Entrepreneurship. So how you just understand what is entrepreneurship? A businessman is an individual who operates and starts business with the same old idea. It's already existing in the market. There are some business going on. Say, for example, PW contracting or fabrication of a ship, fabrication of a boat, or fabrication line, maybe in mechanical side. So many businesses are happening. Already existing business. If you invest money and if you are very clever enough, you can do some business. You know how to market it. It is an existing market. That market is existing only. There's nothing new. But you have to be very sharp. But whereas entrepreneurship is an individual with an exclusive new idea, initiative, establish a new venture. It's a new beginning. I can tell you an example. You know, when ID Fresh Fruits, you know, from Bangalore to one Mr. Mustafa. He started, we know, everybody knows idli batter. നമ്മൾ അരിപ്പൊടി അരച്ചിട്ട് ഇഡ്ലിയുടെ ബാറ്റർ ഉണ്ടാക്കും, ഇഡ്ലിയുടെ മാവ് ഉണ്ടാക്കും, ദോശ മാവ് ഉണ്ടാക്കും. നമ്മളെല്ലാവരും തന്നെ ഇത് കഴിക്കുന്നതാണ്. നമ്മളെല്ലാവരും ദോശ ഉണ്ടാക്കും, ഇഡ്ലി കഴിക്കും. പക്ഷേ ഈ മുസ്തഫ എന്താ ചെയ്തെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ, മുസ്തഫ അതൊരു കോർപ്പറേറ്റ് ആയിട്ട് മാറി, കോർപ്പറേറ്റ് ഓപ്പറേഷൻ ആയിട്ട് മാറി. ഈ ഇഡ്ലി ബാറ്റർ ഒരു ചെറിയ സ്കെയിലിൽ തുടങ്ങി അതൊരു വമ്പൻ കമ്പനിയാക്കി ഇന്റർനാഷണൽ ലെവലിൽ ഇഡ്ലി ബാറ്റർ നമുക്കറിയാവുന്ന ഒരു കാര്യമാണ് അല്ലേ, ഇഡ്ലി ബാറ്റർ ഉണ്ടാക്കാം. നമുക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാവുന്ന കാര്യം. നമ്മുടെ നാട്ടിലൊക്കെ ചെറിയ ചെറിയ രീതികളിലൊക്കെ ആളുകൾ ഇത് തുടങ്ങുകയും ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. പക്ഷെ അതൊരു കോർപ്പറേറ്റ് സ്റ്റൈലിലേക്ക് ഉയർത്തിക്കൊണ്ടു. ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് എൻ. അതേസമയം നമ്മളുടെ നാട്ടില് റെഗുലറായിട്ട് നടക്കുന്ന ട്രസ് വർക്ക്, എല്ലാവരും ട്രസ് വർക്ക് ചെയ്യും, ഓരോരുത്തർ ട്രസ് വർക്ക് ചെയ്യും. ഒരു ട്രസ് വർക്ക് കണ്ടുപിടിച്ച് ട്രസ് വർക്ക് കൂടുതൽ പൈസ ഉണ്ടാക്കും. അതിനകത്ത് പണം മാത്രമാണ് ലക്ഷ്യം. അത്ര വലിയൊരു ഓൺട്രപ്രണർഷിപ്പ് പുതുമയില്ല. Same thing, same old thing is there in the business, is there in the market. So we pursue that same business. That is business. Entrepreneurship എപ്പോഴും പുതുമകളുണ്ട്. ഓൾറെഡി നമുക്ക് അറിയാവുന്ന മേഖല തന്നെയാണ്. ഓൾറെഡി we know that. But a lot of new things, new operations, a lot of screen will open. ഡിഫറെന്റ് മേഖലകളിലേക്ക് ആ മാർക്കറ്റിംഗ് സ്റ്റൈല് തന്നെ മാറും. ഇന്ന് ഇപ്പൊ അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ ഏകദേശം 300 കോടി രൂപയുടെ ഈ 2021 ഈ കോവിഡ് പീരീഡിൽ പോലും 23% ഓഫ് ഇൻക്രീസ് ഇൻ ബിസിനസ് ആണ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നത്. ഏകദേശം 500 കോടിയിലേക്ക് എത്തുമെന്നാണ് അദ്ദേഹം പറയുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ ഒരു എക്സാമ്പിൾ പറഞ്ഞതുകൊണ്ട് ഇവൻ നമ്മുടെ സൈനുദ്ദീൻ സാറിൻ്റെതും വളരെ നവീനമായ ഓൺട്രപ്രണർഷിപ്പ്. കാരണം ഇപ്പോൾ പാക്കേജിങ് മെറ്റീരിയൽ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്കറിയാവുന്ന പാക്കേജിങ് മെറ്റീരിയൽ എന്താണ്? കുറെ പ്ലാസ്റ്റിക് മെറ്റീരിയൽ, കുറെ LDP, HDP, ഏതിനും LDP, HDP നമ്മൾ ഉപയോഗിക്കും. അത് നമ്മളത് ഉപയോഗിക്കുക, ദൂരെ എറിയുക, ഉപയോഗിക്കത്തൂടെ എറിയുക. ഡസ്റ്റ്ബിൻ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ പോലും വി വിൽ നോട്ട് പുട്ട് ഇറ്റ് ദേർ. ഇത് നമ്മൾ റീസൈക്കിൾ ചെയ്യാൻ പലപ്പോഴും സാധിക്കുന്ന ഒരു ഘടകമാണ്. പലപ്പോഴും അത് എൻവയോൺമെന്റൽ ഹസാർഡ്സ് ഒക്കെ ധാരാളം ഉണ്ടാക്കും. പോയിസണസ് ഗ്യാസ് ഉണ്ടാകും. കത്തിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അത് വളരെയേറെ മരണമായ വായു ഉണ്ടാകും. ഇത്തരത്തില് നമ്മൾ അതിനെ അങ്ങനെ ചിന്തിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നതാണ് ഈ എന്താണ് ഇക്കോളജിക്കലി അത് ഭൂമിയോട് ഓർഗാനിക് പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് എങ്ങനെയാണത് പ്രകൃതിയിൽ അത് ഡിസിൻറ്റഗ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് പോകുന്നൊരു മെറ്റീരിയൽ ഉണ്ടാകും. അത്തരത്തിലുള്ള മെറ്റീരിയൽ ഇപ്പോൾ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. ധാരാളം പോളിമർ പോലുള്ള പ്ലാസ്റ്റിക് മെറ്റീരിയലുകൾ ഇന്നൊക്കെ അവൈലബിൾ ആണ്. അത് സ്റ്റാർച്ചിൽ നിന്നാണ് ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നത്. We are not the inventors, it's all foreign comes. So similarly, there are so many paper products. Today I was going to our site. So many paper products and so many type of packing materials I have seen. All these we can dispose it very safely. We can dispose it. ഇതൊരു ഡൈവേർഷനാണ്. നമ്മുടെ കൺവെൻഷണൽ ആയിട്ട് നമ്മുടെ മുമ്പിലുള്ള പാക്കിംഗ് മെറ്റീരിയലുകൾ എങ്ങനെ നമുക്ക് അത് എൻവയോൺമെന്റൽ ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി പാക്കിംഗ് മെറ്റീരിയൽ ആയിട്ടുള്ളൊരു ആ ഒരു മെറ്റീരിയൽ ഉപയോഗിച്ച് അങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യാം. അത്തരത്തിൽ ഒരു ഡൈവേർഷൻ, ധാരാളം മെറ്റീരിയലുകൾ നമ്മൾ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നത് ഒരു കൺസ്യൂമർ മാർക്കറ്റിൽ, റിറ്റെയിൽ മാർക്കറ്റിൽ ധാരാളം സോ മച്ച് ഓഫ് പാക്കിംഗ് മെറ്റീരിയൽസ് യൂസ്. അത് ലോകത്തിന്റെ വിഭിന്ന സ്ഥലങ്ങളിലേക്ക് പോവുകയാണ്. അത് വളരെയേറെ സ്ഥലങ്ങളിലേക്ക് പോവുകയാണ്. അതിനെ നമ്മൾ ഡിസ്പോസിബിൾ മെറ്റീരിയലാണ് ഡിസ്പോസ് ചെയ്യുന്നു. അതങ്ങനെ പ്രകൃതിക്ക് അനുയോജ്യമായിട്ട് അത് ഡിസ്പോസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്ന ഒരു മെറ്റീരിയൽ ഉണ്ടാക്കുക. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് എ ഗ്രേറ്റ് തിങ് ടു അച്ചീവ്. അപ്പൊ ആ ഒരു ബിസിനസ്സും വളരെ നമുക്ക് ഒരു ഓൺടർപ്രണർഷിപ്പ് ആയിട്ട് കരുതാം. ഇതില് മാർക്കറ്റ് ബിസിനസ് മാൻ എപ്പോഴും ഒരു മാർക്കറ്റ് പ്ലെയർ ആണ്. യു മസ്റ്റ് ബി വെരി കണ്ണിങ് ഇൻ ദ ബിസിനസ്. ബട്ട് ഓൺടർപ്രണർ ഈസ് ഓൾവേസ് എ മാർക്കറ്റ് ലീഡർ. അതേ ഒരു ഡിഫറെന്റ് സ്റ്റേറ്റ്സ് ആണ്. നമ്മൾ നിലനിൽക്കുന്ന കൺവെൻഷണൽ മാർക്കറ്റിംഗ് ടെക്നിക്ക് വിട്ടിട്ട് വളരെ സ്പെസിഫിക് ആയിട്ട് വളരെ ഡിഫറെന്റ് ആയിട്ട് ബൈജൂസ് കേസ് ഓൺടർപ്രണർഷിപ്പ് ഓൺലൈൻ പ്രോഗ്രാംസ് ആണ്. അതെങ്ങനെയാണ് പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് ഈ കോവിഡ് കാലത്ത് ഓൺലൈനായിട്ട് കുട്ടികൾക്ക് എൻട്രൻസിനും മറ്റ് സ്റ്റഡീസിനും ഓൺലൈൻ പ്രോഗ്രാംസ്, ഹൗ ഹി പ്രിപ്പയർസ് ഹിസ് ആപ്സ്, ഹൗ ഹി ഈസ് പ്രിപ്പയറിംഗ്, ഇതൊരു ഓൺടർപ്രണർഷിപ്പിന്റെ വ്യക്തമായ എക്സാമ്പിൾസ് ആണ്. Then business actually, he actually creates a market inside the market. Already that market is there, but in that he makes a gap. He is penetrating into the market. But actually entrepreneurs are creating new markets. പുതിയ മേഖലകളാണ്, പുതിയ മാർക്കറ്റിംഗ് മേഖലകളാണ്. It's not a conventional sort of market. It's not a conventional. So he is the leader of that market. He is creating new market. And ബിസിനസ്സിൽ അത്രയേറെ റിസ്ക് ഇല്ലെന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. That doesn't mean that it does not hold any risk. പക്ഷേ കമ്പറേറ്റീവ്ലി ഓൾറെഡി എക്സിസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന മാർക്കറ്റ് ആയതുകൊണ്ട് ഓൾറെഡി ദ മാർക്കറ്റ് ഈസ് ദയർ. So that risk is comparatively less. But whereas an entrepreneur, he has to invent a new sort of market. So approximately the risk is so high. And pressure, the procedure what he follows for the marketing procedure is very traditional for the and ordinary for the businessman, but for the entrepreneur this is unconventional. It's very important to note unconventional. പലപ്പോഴും നമ്മൾ ഈ എസ്റ്റാബ്ലിഷ്ഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങളാണ് നോക്കുക. പലപ്പോഴും നമ്മളൊരു മാർക്കറ്റിങ്ങിനെ പറ്റി പറയും, നമ്മൾ ബുക്ക് എടുത്ത് വായിക്കും, നത്തിങ് വിൽ ഗിറ്റ്. ഒരു ഓതർ എഴുതിയ ബുക്കുകൾ വായിക്കും, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കുറെ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ്, പക്ഷെ ഇതൊന്നും നമുക്ക് യു ഹാവ് ടു ഗോ വെരി അൺകൺവെൻഷണൽ. ആ അൺകൺവെൻഷണൽ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ദാറ്റ് വിൽ കം ഓൺലി ഫ്രം അവർ ബ്രെയിൻ, ഫ്രം അവർ ക്രിയേറ്റിവിറ്റി, ഫ്രം അവർ ഇൻസിയേഷൻ. സോ ആ ഇന്നോവേറ്റീവ് സ്റ്റൈൽ, that is the credit is for the particular individual. That's why he is called an entrepreneur. He is the inventor. He is the inventor of the innovative method and methodology. And all other things can give you motivation. Of course, when you read a book, someone's success story, it may motivate you. But never, you don't read a failure story. You have to read failure stories. I am coming to that. Anyway, what are the profit? What are the profit? Focus is profit only for business. Employee, customer, and public. The entrepreneur is never not. I'm telling is not bothered about profits. If without profit, an organization will not exist. But profit will automatically follow. But the focus is employee, customer, and public. And you see the competition and. For the businessman, the extremely high competition is, but for the entrepreneur, the competition is not much because he is the beginner in that line. He is the leader in that market. Now, with this, I think you understood what is the difference between business and what is between business and entrepreneur. So, really, you keep these elements in your heart and think ahead. I'm just giving some of the examples who are these are all entrepreneurs. Bill Gates, Sam Watson, is the Walmart, retailers. Then Ted Turner, CNN, Henry Ford Automobiles, Ray Kroc, that is McDonald's, Fred Smith, Federal Express. There are many examples across the world, but in India also we have many examples. So many examples we can read, and we can, in our own experience, we can make personal relationship with many entrepreneurs. But I would never say follow a particular entrepreneur. That's not the style of an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur will make his own path. So with a small introduction about entrepreneurship, I am coming to our MSME sector with some policies. What is MSME? How you can register as an MSME? What are the requirements, basic requirements, like formalities with respect to the government? As you are seeing this slide, in India we call this MSME, but globally it is SME sector, small and medium. But in India we have one more item called micro, small and medium. Among this, it is that's all. That's a definition, and definition is actually set by the government of India. It is based on investment and turnover. There are two elements to define an MSME. So here you can see the definition, and why I'm. But as a student, this is only for information. You can always get this information from any net, from the department. You can all, but that is subject to change also. Always this will go on changing. So what my request is solely just for namesake, knowledge, just to know what is MSME, what is investment. But this definition is not always static. It will go on changing, and according to the situation, changes in the market, the government will again change. But for the time being, bringing it to the notice, micro means up to 1 crore investment, and turnover 5 crore. I said two elements for the definition. It's only just for knowledge. I'm telling, not a very big thing to know. One is investment, other is turnover. Investment means what is your plant and machinery. That's all. You don't count your land, building, nothing. Land and building will not come into the investment criteria. That when you count the investment, it comes only plant and machinery. What is plant and machinery? You have a process for which you require some machineries. You purchase that machinery. You have to install that, some electrical connections, and some investment will be there for installations. So machinery cost plus installation cost is called plant and machinery. So plant setting. So that only will be taken into account as investment. It can be up to 1 crore for micro, and nearly 99% of our MSME sector is micro, 99%. And 5 crore is the turnover. And small is up to 10 crore and 50 crore turnover, medium 50 crore and 250 crore turnover. 50 crore investment, up to 50 crore investment is inside MSME sector. And beyond the 50 crore only, a large scale sector. In India, not only in many of the developing countries, MSME is a maximum number of industries. Here we can say 97% of industries are MSME sector only, roughly 3 to 4% only in the large scale, the Tata, Birla, etc. So such a large scale operations of service manufacturing and happening. Only small numbers, but large number is here in the MSME sector. It can turnover can be up to 250. And one thing, while a lot of questions, complications will come when you register. This is a simple definition though. But while you go for registration, a lot of questions will come. You are welcome that time. Don't want to waste the time for that. That I can tell you whenever you do the process. Now, I'm inviting everybody's attention to how important MSME in Kerala as well as India. How important. Once you're born, you may be born in a very rich family. With a rich family, you don't have to earn sometimes. But those who are really want to be on their own foot, they need to earn. They should not depend on their parents' money. Of course, childhood, adult, childhood, and during that till education. Even in our country, up to education also we get money from the parents, no problem. But in many of the countries they don't get it. So of course, but there should be a time when you earn yourself. How much that means earning a bread and butter. How this MSME sector of India serves this bread and butter. It's a very important aspect. I have to eat. If there's no starvation, suppose we don't have the feeling of hunger, we would have been a very big lazy man in the world. A human being would be the laziest people, laziest creature on the earth. The hunger, God has given hunger just to make you hardworking. So how many people are finding bread and butter from MSMEs? See, as Sandin sir rightly said, it's 6.3 crores. I mean, 633 lakhs of MSME there in India, and which is of which 99% in micro, around 12 lakhs, 12,000 lakhs employment, 12,000 lakhs employment, 12 crore employment, and it's at 8.7% of population. And in Kerala, you see 23.8 lakhs of MSMEs. It may be even more than that. Not this figure is of 2019. That too only formal figures. But unorganized rules we have so many. 99 is a micro. 44 lakhs employment. 12.9, 13% of the population is employed in MSME. And the last one you should see, 40% of workforce. In Kerala, how many population? 3.3 crores, something like that. But all they don't work. And from a family, maybe one or two only working. So how many may be working? So maybe if 100 people are working, 40 people are working in MSME. The remaining 60 are in, some are doing agriculture, some are going abroad, many of people are government job, etc. You see the number 40. 40 is a very big number who depends on MSME sector. In India, it is 30 people out of 100. So it's a social concern. MSME is a social concern. Government now, the Narendra Modi Sarkar is instincting everyone to start their own business to solve unemployment. Let's see how. Now you can register your MSME. There's a portal called Udyam registration. This process is also go on changing every time, and no need to worry about that. This is a very simple. There's a portal you can go and register for the MSME as an MSME. So to make you know to the government that I am an MSME operator, it's a simple thing. I don't want to spend much time on this. No, there's the udyamregistration.gov.in. There are fake sites also telling many fake sites will come. Here also fake people. But see that it is government site, government official site, no need to pay anything. No money for this registration, but some fake site will demand you money. Don't get cheated. Now, let's see what our department does. Our Thrissur MSME Development Institute. It's called. We are not what do you call regulatory agency or enforcement agency. We don't have any power of enforcement. The government service is not just to enforcement. The history begins. Enforcement is actually a sort of exploitation. Sometimes we are seeing, but our department is giving service. It's only service, developmental services. Nothing enforcement, not any inspector rights, nothing. So what are our services? To make sure that entrepreneurs are coming up in Kerala. What are our services connected? We have some human resource development, but some programs are there since long time. Even the last COVID time also, the 2020 March, before March, we have done all these programs physically, not just online. I myself have conducted many such programs. So what we have to initiate, to motivate many people who are intent to become entrepreneurs. Nowadays, sitting in the office, even at home also, I used to get so many calls. Daily, I used to get so many calls from Gulf countries, Saudi Arabia, even not from European or Canada or something, but Saudi Arabia now, and even all this, Gulf countries. So many calls used to come. They want to start a unit. Kindly guide me, sir, how I can. Give me an idea what I should start with. So a lot of calls used to come. So, an answer to all these questions, we used to organize. Government is always planning or having policies, programs based on the tendencies of the way the population thinks. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു പാത്രം കണ്ട വെള്ളമുണ്ടാവും ആർക്കും വേണ്ടാത്ത കാര്യമൊന്നും നമ്മൾ പറയരുത് നമ്മൾ even if I'm giving you lecture class and giving you teaching you, I should know what is your desires, I should know what is your requirement. So the government is making policies, planning according to the requirement of the population. We have a program called IMC, the motivation campaigns, called simple called motivation campaign. It's a 1 or 2 days program. What's really motivation? It's can anyone sometimes the child who doesn't eat food, we used to tell them, if you eat this, I will give you chocolate, I will give you the one which you like, I will give you mithai, something like that. Motivate. But really, what is motivation for an adult person who intend to start a unit? ആർക്കും ഇതില് പുതിയ സംരംഭങ്ങൾ തുടങ്ങാൻ ആഗ്രഹമില്ലാത്ത ആളുകളല്ല. Many people are interested to start units, but they do not know many things. Your knowledge, അറിവാണ് ഏറ്റവും വലിയ മോട്ടിവേഷൻ. അറിവ് ഒരിക്കലും നമ്മുടെ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസിലൂടെ it should be tested, proven that it is true, then it is the real motivation. ഞാൻ തന്നെ ഒരു കാര്യം കാണുകയും സിനിമയിലൂടെ കണ്ടു, ചില സിനിമകൾ it's an external motivator. It has not become internal motivator. With that motivation, or I have read a book, I got some clues, some ചില കാര്യങ്ങൾ കണ്ടു, ബിൽ ഗേറ്റ്സിനെ പറ്റി വായിച്ചു, എനിക്കൊരു എക്സ്റ്റേണൽ മോട്ടിവേഷൻ തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. പക്ഷെ അതൊരിക്കലും എൻ്റെ ജീവിതത്തിലൂടെ ഞാനത് ടെസ്റ്റഡ് ആൻഡ് എക്സ്പെരിമെന്റ് ചെയ്ത് ടെസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്ത് പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ മാത്രമാണ് എനിക്കത് കോൺഫിഡൻസ് ആയിട്ട് മാറുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ അറിവാണ് the best motivation. So in this motivation campaign, what we used to give them how to start, what are basic formalities, whom to depend. If you don't have ideas, don't worry. There are training programs, there are experts, professionals giving you ideas, making you a brain break as breaking programs. And slowly, say for example, you don't know how to go to, suppose you get a interview call from Delhi, beginning, after graduation. Sometimes, it's Delhi. I don't know where it is. I don't know. One place is calling me for interview. I don't want to go. But say his friend or some uncle comes and tell, oh, what's the problem here? You have to book a ticket and go to I know this place. The place where you have to go for interview place, I know that. So you reach the airport or maybe station, from where it's only 5 kilometers. You take this auto or this train or maybe like that. So he is giving a clear picture. That clear picture, the knowledge will make him motivated. So actually I say the knowledge is an important criteria for motivation. And some people will gain knowledge himself. He himself will learn, but that itself sometimes may not bring confidence. He has to test it. Suppose you read a book and learn how to reach that place. It's only theoretical, and you practically you do it and see that it is correct. So that becomes a confidence. That confidence you impart to others. Your confidence level is there. That impart to others. That becomes a motivation factor for others. So this is what motivation. Another thing, once you are motivated, say for example, motivation camps maybe 100, 200, 500 people also. Like this, so many students of different streams, different walks of life, different streams, may be interested, may not be interested. So many people are. Some people may be interested, initial interest. They will be put into a 10 days program called EAP, Entrepreneurship Awareness Program, some more serious program. So this is also a soft skill only we impart for the 10 days program. A very expert will come. They will make you. They will make use of your presence. Not that they will make use of your presence. They will make use of presence for yourself. And now with that 10 days program, some people may be interested in hard interventions, like some product they wanted to. They know they know by namesake, but they don't know how to make it. Maybe recently we have done some in food sector. We have done dairy products. Around 44 different types of dairy products we have organized program practically with the help of dairy department of Kerala government, and different products of dairy, like different even some types of chocolates, different types of even paneer, and different cookies, cakes, different sort of even sip up, so many varieties. So that is a hard intervention. That's for 30 days, the 30 days program. That is next step. Still, and once he got some skills, he may intend to start some unit. That time also our assistance and hand holding will be there. And later on, he may need management development program. He will have problem with the marketing. He will have problem with, say, human resource management. That's a very big problem issue also. So many, and finance management. What first, what next? So many issues will come. So we arrange marketing program, management development program, so 5 days. And another important program is, one day awareness program. We have thousands of programs. Not I'm telling thousands, but many programs are there, many schemes are there, like IP and intellectual property rights, design clinics, what do you say, and tech up scheme. So many schemes are there, so people may not be knowing what it is. So every scheme we give awareness program every day, 1 day program. So all people will come, they will sit together and they will learn about what is this program is about, what are its outcome, how the government will reach you with this program, what are the benefits, who can apply for this. So this is program wise awareness program. That may not be about our own program. It can be related to MSME settlement. For example, GST. When it was introduced, a lot of confusion. Even today also, it's not clear. So many confusion GST. So we organize classes for GST. We organize classes for incubation. What is incubation? So we organize classes for taxations. So many 1 day programs. These are our human resource development. Now time is almost 12. Mm, I will be proceeding further, and if anytime, if just 5 minutes before, Rekha madam can give me an indication that please stop.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Sir, please continue.
Okay, I will continue. So once a student, see, and I think how many, some 87 or 90 students have joined this program. I think it's a college of 500 students. Maybe maybe the invitation must have gone to many more. But some people have made their mind to join this program. That itself is a positive sign. That itself is a sign showing that it's a self motivation. And I would say the college authority never compel. If they're child, even small children, we can compel because they do not know what's happening around. A person who is graduating in engineering and he's reading newspaper, he's seeing the TV news, he's seeing the world around with all his senses, he must make his own decision. But nothing to blame if he doesn't join also, please do not blame. He will have his own ideas. Very free and fair atmosphere shall be given. So in this context, and to begin with, the entrepreneurship. I tell you, startup India. You know, this startup actually across the world, it came in 1976 in Silicon Valley. That's what one book says. Doesn't matter. It's not much important to us. And in India, it came in 2008 with economic recession. See, you know, the economic recession was a reason for us to think about startup. You know the difference. In 1976, it came in the world, in Silicon Valley, Stanford University, with her initiation, lot of startups. You know how many years? 76 plus 4, 80, and another 24, 24 plus 8, 32 years. After 32 years only, India, the startup has come. See how we are lacking. Why startup? You know, we got independence in the year 1947. A lot of struggles. And the government of India thought of starting big projects to take, because no one was intended to know, self-driven entrepreneurs, like except Tata and all of those time. The people are very much reluctant in investing. So the government had to depend on public sectors. Now that there's no, it's not the time of public sectors. Government is coming down, and the public partnership, PPP, public private partnership has come. Then now it is going to private only. The government has to shrink. That is a sign of development. Now it reached 2008 because of a reason of economic recession. We were not able to live at all. So that became a problem, the reason for us to become third largest, but still we are very, we have still proud that third largest startup in the world. But our growth rate is comparatively some 15%. That itself is less than 55% of the other hubs across the world. Every day we can see 2 to 3 bonds in startups. And what is startup? What is startup? The beginning, we ask everyone, some people who doesn't understand what is startup means. A unit is starting up. So to bring it up, government is giving some help, that make it startup. What is really startup? It's something like, it's for entrepreneurs. A new area. I tell you the registration, how this happens in India. Nearly 50,000 startups have come up, and 17,000 in Kerala. And major startups like, you know, Paytm, Flipkart, Zomato, Ola, Cure, and many startups. At this point, maybe not at the last one, many startups fail more than 3 times. Many examples are, I don't want to cite that examples. Have to read these failures, stories of failure rather than success story. Success story, you know, that will give a thrill, but that will never give a turning point for you. It will thrill you. Bill Gates, Tata, Birla, Reliance, it will thrill you, but it will never make you turn. But failure, you read failures, and then came up successfully. And startup has got, you know, startup means innovative. I can represent startup in the single word, innovative. If there is nothing innovative, it cannot be considered as a startup. We have specific registration with Startup India. They will assess your project, and until unless it is innovative. Innovative means in whatever way. It can be in the process, it can be the product, it can be the packing, it can be in the marketing style, it can be in whatever way. It should be innovative. That is the single element of startup. It gives an index already we have discussed, is around 17,000 for Kerala, and so this is the picture. This is what your boss, your director's hot pack. I just wanted to do that startup. In India, what is the eligibility? Let's see what are the eligibility for the startup. It should be a firm younger than 10 years. If you want to be called a startup, it should be less than 10 years. An annual turnover, it's a big thing, 100 crore. Don't worry about that. It should be less than 100 crore. Once it grows, it cannot be called a startup. It's already in the stream, not startup. Must be registered in India. It's Indian, and must be a private limited company. It's a limited liability. It's a very good sign, the limited liability, private limited. It should, the limitation for the liability. If something happens to the company, you are not liable. You as a person not liable. That limitation of liability should be a private limited company. These are the minimum eligibility, and there are some more eligibilities that will automatically will be cleared. And how you do the procedure? What's the procedure? It's first you have the business. You already incorporate and you register. You go to the Startup India. Startup India, that website is there. You can go to the right top side. You can register that. They will see your all the criteria. What is innovative about that. If your project which is running already is not innovative, that will not be taken as a startup. And you can upload your PDF format and whatever documents they're asking. So only self-certification, nothing, they will not come and inspect you. You need to mention if you need tax exemption. Self-certification only, everything self-certification. You get your, and finally you get your recognition number from Startup India. You get a unique ID, your ID. So that is how this is that site. You can go here, you can register here. This website. This is once you get your recognition from Startup India, you can come to Kerala Startup Mission. Every state has got their own respective startup mission. Startup. So you can come to Kerala state, and there also you can go for registration. Now you have seen what is startup, what kind of industry can be a startup. It should be innovative. It can be from any side. It can be from any sort of product. It can be a service, new sort of service. There's no restriction, but there must be an element of innovation in the project. Then only that will be treated as startup. Even packaging material also we have seen. We are fed up with our these plastic materials. If you dig for planting, for it's plant. Suppose you dig your courtyard. Immediately you will see a plastic material there. When you dig, plastic material. Because of that, water is not penetrating. Lots of problems. And huge accumulation of plastic materials in metros, cities. And they used to burn, it becomes hazardous things for the entire. It's the problem. How you save this world from this problem? That can be a startup. That can be an entrepreneurship. Now, what are the funding from Government of India? Government of India is not, especially Ministry of MSME. It's giving some kind of packages, some kind of schemes to start unit, but not giving very big because the time has gone. In the beginning, there were so many projects, programs to begin with, helping the beginners. But now the government is giving more trust for the existing unit to run. So many programs for the existing unit to build up capacity and raise, modernize, etc. But still, there are programs. Let us see. This is the most popular program called Prime Minister Employment Generation Program. Before this, I wanted to mention one more point to the audience. This licensing procedure we should follow. Once you have decided to do a project, you are very confident of a project. Okay, you have to identify a location. Location may be your own land, or maybe an industrial area. I would advise always, if industrial area is available, that is always advisable. especially in places like thickly populated Kerala, where residential people, so many residents. So if you locate somewhere in the among these other places, a lot of chances of complaints, pollution, and likely to close. So better you locate. Try to find a place in the industrial area, possible. So locate in an ideal area. Now you should have a place. You know the project. Accordingly, you should have a building. But before investing for the building, yes, there's a big amount sometimes. While designing the building also, it's very important to know that as a beginner, you should not go for a very lavish building, extravagant building, very big board. My company should everybody know my company. I am such and so person. Nothing. Your first and foremost investment must be very close and around your production, your product, your service. What equipment is required for your service? What equipment, machinery is required for production? That you concentrate. The most important concentration is for investment. The beginning is for your product related, for which only government will give you loan also. Government will not give single penny for your building. They will not give you for the land. Sometimes I wanted to tell you an example. One wanted to start a dairy farm. So he wanted I know very big idea. So he's having a plan of 100 cows from different places. What he did know, he made a good shed with all putting fan to they should get a good air. A lot of infrastructure, put a lot of money in the shed, making that shed. Shed looks very nice. Ultimately, when the project is about to end, he doesn't have money to purchase the cows. The real input of that unit, the cows, particular median cost level. அது மாத்திரமல்ல, whatever money you put in the building, decoration, beautification in the building, all those unproductive, that will not give any return to your unit. Only the production related, your product related, your machinery, your quality, your skilled labors, that only will give you return. So the beginning, you will be very attentive in investing only in and around the production and service, not the building, not the shop, not the big boards. Anyway, so you have a small structure, as I said, land, a small structure, get the number from the panchayat authority, either panchayat or municipal, you get a number. It's separate from the residential number. Now a lot of, under ease of doing business, so many changes have come in the government of Kerala. It becomes very easy to get your numbers, or maybe panchayat by going to KSIT. There's a portal called KSIT. Simply you get all these things, and you get this panchayat or municipal number for that small shed. Once you get this number, you apply for the under Shops and Establishment Act, you apply for the activity license. You really apply for the panchayat license. You got only number is normally you get in residence number you get for the resident. Like that, you get a commercial number for your workplace, for your unit. With that number, you apply for the license. So now you got what do you call panchayat number or municipal license. My municipal license you will get only with the clearance of pollution clearance and health clearance. Health clearance, pollution. These two clearance they have to see before issuing panchayat or municipal license. So that you need not to worry. You apply for the panchayat license. They will tell you if pollution clearance is required. 5 HP and above requires pollution clearance. So pollution control board they will direct. You can get it, and health department, health also will clear. Then only they will give you the panchayat license. So panchayat license is very important, as well as municipal or panchayat. This local body license is very crucial, very important. And if it is food related or pharmaceutical related, a trade license is required. Food related or water products, like so many water products are coming, including packaged drinking water, or any such water product also. Different types of panchayat licenses very important. Even special licenses are required for the from the groundwater clearance. If it is for the packaged drinking, suppose you utilize the water from the ground or the source of water, you should declare. And now you go to panchayat license, and if it is food or trade license also, that is for the Food Safety Authority of India. A license from Food Safety Authority of India will be issued only if you have panchayat license or municipal license. If you don't have municipal license, you will not get food safety license. If you don't have a food safety license, you cannot start. So this food safety license you can apply only with the panchayat, but you can always get food safety registration. There is another thing called registration. That is not for a formal unit, so like for a small nominal unit that cannot exceed 12 lakhs sales turnover. 12 lakhs sales turnover is very simple, 300 rupees revenue. The petty shop will do that. So that FSSA registration, everyone can get even without panchayat license. But FSSA license, food safety license, can be got only with the panchayat or municipal. So be sure that while you are taking, when you take the FSSA license, your building or structure, if it is a food related, it should meet the standard, like 12 feet height. That standard will be mentioned in the site, and ventilation, and that required specification you should meet while making the building. So first you got a small structure. Now after getting the number as well as license, you can make the correct design of the building, but with the minimum investment only should go for the building. Now after that, you can know, before that itself you should think about what are the machineries I should purchase. You know down. Before the name machinery, you should think how much I should do. How much I should. Then only we can think about the capacity of machinery. You cannot just go and ask the machinery supplier, I need this machine, this packing machine. They will ask how much quantity you want to pack, how much quantity you want to make. So how you make this, the capacity assessment as a new entrepreneur, how I make capacity assessment, how much I can sell in a month. ഒരു മാസം എനിക്ക് എത്ര വിൽക്കാൻ സാധിക്കും? That is a preliminary data based on which, or നമുക്കറിയാം ആ ലൈനിൽ ആ പ്രോഡക്റ്റിൽ എന്തെല്ലാം കമ്പനികളുണ്ട്, മറ്റ് കമ്പനികൾ ഏതൊക്കെയാണ് പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്നത് ആ ലൈൻ, ആ പ്രോഡക്റ്റ്. How I can make a gap in that. Even if I make a gap, how much I can sell? Approximate idea is required. For example, 10 packets, 100 packets, say 1000 packets I can sell in a month. You plan for a unit of 3000 packets. If you are sure in a month you can sell 100 packets or maybe 1000 packets, so you should plan for a capacity of 3000 packets, something more than what you can sell, because all of a sudden നമുക്ക് ഒരു എക്സ്പാൻഷൻ ഒന്നും നടത്തി ഒരിക്കലും ഇൻവെസ്റ്റ്മെന്റ് വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മുടെ വീണ്ടും എക്സ്പാൻഷൻ നമ്മൾ പോകണമല്ലോ. അതുകൊണ്ടൊരു കുറച്ച് കപ്പാസിറ്റി, ഹയർ കപ്പാസിറ്റിയിൽ നമുക്ക് കാണണം, പ്രൊവൈഡഡ് കോൺഫിഡൻറ്റ് ഇനഫ് ടു മാർക്കറ്റ് ദാറ്റ് പ്രോഡക്റ്റ്. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു കപ്പാസിറ്റി ഈസ് എൻ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് തിങ് യു ഷുഡ് സജസ്റ്റ്. ഒരു പർട്ടിക്കുലർ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ ആണെങ്കിൽ അതിൻ്റെ മെഷീനറികൾക്ക് എന്ത് കപ്പാസിറ്റി, ആ കപ്പാസിറ്റി അനുസരിച്ച് നമ്മൾ മെഷീനറികൾ ലിസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുക. അക്കോർഡിംഗ്ലി യു കണക്ട് quotations from different suppliers, machineries. More than maybe minimum 3 suppliers you get quotations. You get their values of quotations, and don't go for the cheaper. You should assess you should take the consultancy service from different professionals. Which machinery can be good enough for my production? It doesn't matter the cost of the machinery. Cost may be higher, maybe for the reason of quality. So never compromise with the quality. So accordingly you arrive certain machineries. Now we have. Then you should think about the raw material. Which are the raw material? How much I should purchase? What is the what are the raw materials? How much I should purchase? How we'll purchase raw material? That's called working capital. Once you make a product out of 1000 rupees, you have a production of 1000 rupees. Within how many days you can encash that back? Today you produce 1,000 rupees, say pence. How many days it will take you to take that money back to your pocket? That is called a working capital cycle. And 3 times of which you should put as a working capital. ഒരു പെൻ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയാൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഒരു മാസം കൊണ്ട് വിറ്റ് 1000 രൂപ 1500 ആയിട്ട് 2000 രൂപയായിട്ട് നമുക്ക് പ്രോഫിറ്റ് വരികയാണെങ്കിൽ ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് ഫോർ എ സൈക്കിൾ. അപ്പൊ അത്രയ്ക്ക് ഉള്ള റോ മെറ്റീരിയൽ വി ഷുഡ് കീപ്. സോ വാട്ട് ആർ തിങ്സ്? മിഷനറീസ് ആർ there one side, raw material is there. So these two with a small contribution from the building ഒരു 10% ഒരു 5% ബിൽഡിങ്ങിന്റെ കോസ്റ്റ് ബാങ്ക് തരും. ദിസ് മേക്സ് യുവർ പ്രോജക്ട് കോസ്റ്റ്. ഇതിന്റെ അകത്ത് ഒരു 10 ലക്ഷം വന്നിരിക്കില്ലേ പ്രോജക്ട് കോസ്റ്റ്, 10% you have to contribute from your pocket. The remaining the bankers can. So this is a very simple way I have represented how the project cost will come. Now accordingly we are seeing some of the projects. This is what Prime Minister Employment Generation Program. There are 2 types of program. For one is the rural, one is the urban. Rural you get 25% of subsidy, urban you get 15% of subsidy, and that is also for general as well as weaker section, SC, ST, OBC, minorities, ex-servicemen, physically handicapped also we give. So they will get a 10% extra subsidy. You know, subsidy, many people go for subsidy is actually never do a project for subsidy. Actually it's an incentive. The government never do a project just for subsidy. You know, in our country it's very pathetic to learn that people used to fabricate subsidy. They will plan such a way that they will set up the unit only with the subsidy and they will not put any money from there. So there are many cases we have seen and do cheating work, and they will not be a successful unit. Government is giving the subsidy from the public pocket as an incentive, as an appreciation that you have started a unit. Never do a project for subsidy. Never plan a project for subsidy. Never include that subsidy as a part of income, as a part of project input. Never. It's only a pat. ഒരു കൈത്തടോലാണ് അത്, തലോടലായിട്ടാണ് ഗവൺമെന്റ് തരുന്നത്. അത് പബ്ലിക്കിന്റെ മണിയാണ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഒരിക്കലും അതിനെ ആശ്രയിച്ച് നിങ്ങൾ ഒരു യൂണിറ്റും തുടങ്ങും. Until unless you are sure your unit should never run with the subsidy, but government is giving as an appreciation, as a token of appreciation. Similarly, you have, you know, as madam was telling in the beginning, you know, Mudra Yojana. It's a very popular scheme introduced by government of India through almost all banks. You know, earlier I said Prime Minister Employment Generation Program, you have to apply through District Industry Center or Khadi and Khadi board. These are the office. It's all the Ministry of MSME, but it is implemented through District Industry Center of State Government as well as Khadi board of State Government. And Government of India, Ministry of MSME is giving subsidy. This is called a Mudra. This is actually implemented through commercial banks. Almost all banks are covered as a lending institution under RBI, small finances. So almost all non-banking financial institution also comes under Mudra Yojana. It's a very popular scheme. And there are 3 categories. It's a very small unit. You may see it is 50,000 only. A lady was calling me from Kozhikode. She was telling, sir, I need a small amount, even 30,000 will do. I am purchasing soap powder from Palakkad, bulk quantity, and packing it in the Kozhikode and distributing. I need only maximum 30,000. Even 50,000 is a good amount for her. It's such a small operations. Even without any registered. And now with the Kerala government intervention, you can start your unit in your house itself. Those without under 5 HP power, if you're using, you can start with your house. It is called a nano unit. Only things that you have to intimate to the District Industry Center. Such a nano unit, you will get immediate loan of 50,000 Shishu, for which you get an interest subsidy. A subsidy of interest subvention means normally interest will come nearly 7-9%. You will get a 2% subsidy on that. 7% you will get. Another one is 50 to 5 lakhs, Kishore, some more bigger unit. And still bigger one is maximum is 10 lakhs only under Mudra loan. And then this, madam, I just want to recall madam's reference. Madam was telling, when you go to a bank, I know many banks, I know many bankers, they will turn you away. I know. But typically, I tell you, but if you are, you have to fulfill certain things from your side. What are those things that we should know? Then, if you are fulfilling as an entrepreneur, right entrepreneur, no bank can tell you no. What are those things? It's very important. You know, what is your investment really? Really, your investment is in money? No, I will not say. There are two things with my experience, I would say. There are two things from your person. As an entrepreneur, what is your investment? One is, as a simple entrepreneur, not much educated, maybe housewife, she wants to run your family, run her family, after her husband maybe may not be working. So you think about that. It's only two things you should know. One is you should know how to make that product. If you are intended in manufacturing, you should know how to make that product. That is marketable product. For which you need training. I said so many training facilities are there. But either to YouTube or whatever way, or maybe through personalized attention, or maybe through some training, you should know how to make the product. An MSME entrepreneur must know his product. He cannot say, I will hire a person, I will hire a skilled man, he will do for me. No, that will not work. You can hire, no problem, to assist you, to supplement you, but you must know. Unless you know how to make that product, never start an MSME. That is number one. Number two, you should have an idea how I do my marketing. I have a product, I know how to make beautiful cakes, a different sort of cakes, different sort of flavored cake. I make it myself. I have a different sort of packing, attractive packing. Okay, but how do I market it? Last week, one lady from Kozhikode itself, not from Kozhikode, I don't remember. She is marketing it. She's doing a small baking job, and she wanted more fund. And marketing it, she will receive orders through online orders, and she will deliver to that particular door inside that particular town only. It's not far away. She was telling, I used to get orders online and deliver to the door. It's not even branded. She's having a brand also, Let's Choose bakes bakery or bake something. So you see, you should know how to make your product. And you should have an idea. I'm not telling complete idea about the marketing, how I realize this investment. If you know these two things, 99% of bank cannot say no to you. Even if they want to say, they cannot say. If they say, approach us, we will help you, and we will mediate, and we will make sure that the banker invests with you. But you should know your part. You should fulfill your part. You should know the product, and you should have a small idea about marketing. And up to 10 lakhs, I will never say they will give you 10 lakhs, because what they do, bankers are also doing business. It's not their money. They're giving money of someone else. They are trusting you that you will not bad investors. And no banker is interested in your security. And for Mudra, there's no security. It's giving without any security. Even if security is given, the banker doesn't have that headache of going and auctioning security and recovering them. No banker is interested in that. Please make sure. I am not justifying banker also. There are some bankers who intend to give only big investors, big takers. They want to avoid small takers. But such case, if provided you know your work, you know how to do the marketing, you know about the product making or service, we will ensure our service. Next we go. It is this is what I said. No, beginning you have 25 lakhs for the PMRO, as well 10 lakhs for the service, manufacturing 25 lakhs, Mudra 10 lakhs. But the secondary, it's a secondary stage. The second stage of investment, you can increase that amount to 1 crore. You can go for another loan. Same PMEGP can go up to 1 crore, and Mudra you can go up to 25 lakhs. No, not Mudra. Service you can go up to 25 lakhs, and any manufacturing activity you can up to 1 crore. You will get 15% subsidy. This is no expansion capacity. So second stage of investment. So there is a second stage also PMEGP as well as Mudra. And rate of subsidy it will be 10%, 15%, and 20% for some other areas not applicable for us. And beneficiaries' contribution should be 10%. And this is another thing which is more than we set up to 1 crore. That is second stage, but to start with, if it is more than 25 lakhs, suppose it is there is another scheme called collateral free loan, CGT MSC, Credit Guarantee Trust Fund for MSC. MSC is micro small enterprise, micro and small enterprise. This medium is not included. Majority of government's schemes are for micro and small. CGT MSC Credit Guarantee Trust. There's a guarantee. Government of India is giving guarantee to the loan you are taking up to 75% of your guarantee is given up to 75% of 2 crore. Up to 200 lakhs you can get from any commercial banks. All banks are having this scheme CGT MSC. If your scheme is more than 25 lakhs, you depend on this. What is the speciality of this kind of loan? You have a you are starting a business in a very small scale, and all of a sudden you get it's not up to 2-3 years you get big orders, and for which you are not able to meet the orders. A lot of space is required. Maybe bigger mission is required. Maybe important mission needs to be important. So what to do? You don't have money with you. You don't have don't have anything to give us security also. So in this case, you can apply for CGTMS, but never directly you apply for CGTMS. Once you step up as a growth, means secondary or tertiary stage only you apply for. But those who are existing in the business, for expansion of capacity build up or something, you can go for CGTMS. And in this case, you cannot straight approach the banker, any banker, commercial bank, where is the commercial bank available near your venture, your unit. And this is coming under the direct supervision of SIDBI, Small Industry Bank of India. So there is a site itself, CGTMS, you can go through the details. And here you have to give a small, small guarantee fee, extra guarantee, because you don't give anything as a guarantee. Government of India is giving guarantee. Even Prime Minister Employment Generation Program, PMEGP, also later on bankers used to convert into CGTMS because they get guarantee from the Government of India. So it's a very attractive program. Even without any guarantee, you can get loan up to 200 lakhs. So that will be guarantee. Without guarantee, up to 75%. The remaining 25% you need to give some collateral. Now see, there are some marketing supports from government. Yeah, the first thing is called PMS. The scheme is called PMS. You can see the PMS schemes. It is individual MSMEs, small sectors, how they find new market they will have to. They are very struggling for marketing. So they can participate in certain fairs, trade fairs. Now the trade fairs are very less because of COVID, and there are virtual trade fairs used to happen like Pragriti Maidan and although it's a very famous trade fair, even Dubai trade fairs. So many trade fairs across the world also. In domestic trade fair, if you are participating, your stall rent will be given up to 80% space rent will be given. Any MSME will get 80%. In any of the cities, up to 80,000 for cities in Kerala, and if that is C-class cities in Kerala, or B-class cities, 1 lakh up to 1 lakh you get for the stall rent. Participating in 1 or 2 days, trade fairs, you get that reimbursement. And again, an organizing participation, and the ministry itself will organize certain programs. Ministry itself will organize. There you can participate free of cost. That will be 100% free for the weaker section and 80% free for the other section. And capacity building of MSME in modern packaging techniques. So this I want to tell you, some industry And so nowadays packaging has become very important, because you are ordering an item online, Flipkart or Amazon, you are getting online. It should be comfortably packed. It should not be damaged. Maybe a fragile item. You may get a laptop. You may get a anything, electronic items. So the packaging it should take the shock of the transportation shock. Anything anybody is throwing it up, it should not get damaged. Maybe insured also, but still the packaging has become a very important criteria before the customers. So before a new item, when you intend to purchase for the market, you look at the package. With the chocolates, many people, Five-Star, Nestle, Amul, so many foreign brands. Suppose some foreign brand is coming, you do not know the name. That brand you may not be knowing, but still you may be attracted because of the package. So the packaging has become such a problem. Today with your MT's packaging unit, like what is that unit? No, that so many varieties. I have been going through that site. So many varieties of packaging materials suitable to the food industries. I'm also from food sector only. Food industries. No, recently I have seen. I have received a message from Defense Research Laboratory, Defense Food Research Laboratory. I got my friend there. One Mr. Anil Kumar, Dr. Anil Kumar. He was telling our he has packed biryani, very good biryani. Tom Abhilash Tommy, who is this, he was traveling, that bike company ലോകം ചുറ്റുന്ന അഭിലാഷ് ടോമിക്ക് ഒരു 10-50ഓളം ബിരിയാണി പാക്ക് ചെയ്ത് അദ്ദേഹം അവിടെ നിന്ന് കൊടുത്തയച്ചിരുന്നു. Biryani, even after so many days, he was able to enjoy the freshness of the biryani. How the packaging has become important. The packaging has become important, and that is the sole reason why a product of one corner of the country is enjoyable another corner of the country. So because of packaging, ensure the protection of the product, medicines or the fragile items, food items, especially food. The security, you have to secure the product content with all its quality aspects. Look at that, the magic of packaging materials. So government of India is ensuring 80% of consultancy service charge to the consultant. You can take any consultant, MSME, a small MSME unit may not be able to invest a lot of money in the beginning for the packaging development. You can consult Indian Institute of Packaging or CFTR, MISU, DFRL, any consultant. You take that. That should be in the panel of India, government of India. They will be getting 50,000 rupees only for consultants. You develop your own packaging material. So packaging has become an important element of today's business. Now development of marketing hats. It's not nothing connected to you. I don't want to spend time on that. Now, organizing as a part of market development, we at government organize a state level, national level vendor development program. What is vendor development program? I'll tell you, any MSME unit can be a vendor. Vendor means a supplier to large scale units, a corporate unit. For example, here we have Indian railway stations are there, and here a shipyard is there, Cochin Airport is there, and Port Trust is there. Then what other Hindustan Aeronautic or many public FSCD is there. Many large scale units are there. HLL. So many large scale units, they are actually purchasing their raw material, their inputs from the nearby MSMEs. So such MSME can participate in a fair where all the corporates will come, small industries will come. They will have a business to one-to-one discussion, business to business discussion. That is B2B. We organize that program. International seminar you can attend. Awareness program on this. That already explained. Digital marketing has become a newer area of marketing. Digital marketing. Not only now, many people because of COVID they want to do marketing. Even service consultancy service they want to do digital marketing. So we do that one day. Awareness programs. International cooperation. What is international cooperation? You send a delegation of MSME to another country. They send a delegation to this country, but the government bears that expense. Visit of MSME delegation. It should be delegation of a certain number. Must be a certain number. They can visit international exhibition, trade fairs. and 100% economic class fare is reimbursed, and 1 lakh actual fare, maximum up to 1 lakh. So minimum number of MSME units should be 10 number. A group of is sent abroad. Earlier we had a scheme when every individual MSME used to can visit and get this, but now only group. Holding international conference, you can also in our own country we can hold international conferences. Conference, summit, workshops, seminars to be organized by government of in India by industry association, government organization. It should be either by industry association, anything related to industries. They can organize international seminars. So for which government is giving 4.5 lakhs. Whichever is lower subject to, it should not be conducted in a 5-star hotel. It should not be in 5-star. Anything less than 5-star you can organize. It is applicant should be industry related associations and government organizations. So these are the another thing, participant MSME delegation, international exhibitions. That is different from the government officials. Government official, how they participate, that I will tell you. And one is missing, sending delegation, that is also same only. Now we come to that vendor development program again in detail. Another policy decision is what? This is called a public procurement. Government itself is a big buyer. Ministry, all central government, all state government ministries. Below that, thousands of departments. Under ministry, thousands of departments. All are buyers. They used to purchase. Under which, in Ministry of Commerce, so many PSUs, public sector undertaking. I said so many public sector undertaking. The Indian Railway itself, crores of rupees they purchase. Yeah, I know an example of Shornur agriculture implements clusters. Shornur, around 400 units are there. It seems very simple. No, 400 units agriculture implements. What is agriculture implements? Mammati, Kaikoti, Pickas. They started using cutleries, and even surgical equipments also they started making it. So they are actually vendors. They purchase rail from Indian Railway. Rail they used to auction and scrape rail and some GP, galvanized pipe. All this used to purchase. So they are actually vendors of Indian Railway. They purchase and give it to. Sometimes they give it back to Indian Railway. So this is called a vendor development. So public procurement is coming from government of India, state government, departments, and central public sector undertakings. Large number of public, even state public sector undertakings. There are hundreds and hundreds of state public sector, even BHEL, BEML, and Hindustan Organic Chemicals. So whatever they every year they purchase crores of rupees material, crores of rupees material. So for example, shipyard want to make a ship. It should be of marine quality. All material should be of marine standard. Majority of things they used to import because our standard may not be meeting with the standards. But now government has stipulated a policy in 2006 Act. This is what government is doing. Act. Many of the countries do not have an act. Many of the countries, but India has got an act. What is the act? Act will support the industry. That makes sure that this policy is implemented. And the act says under that there is a policy. That policy says 25% of purchase by any department, ministry, PSUs, public sector must be from MSME. 25% means how many crores? Even Indian Railway itself is purchasing some lakhs of crores. 25% has to go to MSME sector. It should be made mandatory. They can purchase only from MSME sector. It's a very big market. So you see, like that, every department, every PSUs, when they purchase, MSME is engaged. And out of this 25, 4% must be from SC/ST only unit. That's for weaker section. And 3%, very proudly I say, it should be from the women enterprises. Women enterprises. But unfortunately, I tell you, even till there, they used to telephone us, and I'm the PPP officer for this office, public procurement officer, public, shipyard as well as Pro Trust Railway. They used to call me and sir, we don't get any women entrepreneurs, sufficient numbers. Please secure for us. We don't get enough number of SC/ST who meets the correct quality. So there are so many challenges to meet this 25%. Let us all think there is a market ensured by the government, by its policy, only for them. All this, what this ensures, once you are becomes a vendor of a largest corporate, you will get tender forms free of cost. If that itself is cost of 4,000, 5,000 rupees, then you will be exempted from EMD, earnest money deposit. That also will come lakhs of rupees. If 2-3 crore work means 10% lakhs of rupees, that will be exempted from MSME. And you will be given a chance if you are within 15 L1 plus 15. L1 plus 15 range, the tender quoting. If lowest price plus 15% if you quote, you will be called for the tender. You will also be told for tender and you will get a chance to supply. So these are the benefits. I'm going a little faster because so many other things to complete. This is called, government, even nearly 10-15 years back, government was thinking how competitive. Today, nowadays, our MSME is facing stiff competition, not only from inside, from outsiders, especially China. Even Chinese product, even a very simple product, even our very cheap items like toys, even small items also coming from China, and that may be of our that is tarnishing our market also. So in order to ensure competition, what we should do, manufacturing competitiveness. So government has designed 10 points in the beginning, and 4 of them they scraped. Now they have come up with 6 points. How we can be competitive? Large scale unit, they make their own competitive edge. But for small scale sector, so government design national manufacturing competitiveness program. A few will be lean technique. As an engineering student, you must have learned in your curriculum what is lean technique, theoretically at least, and lean in a very simple fashion. I can tell you, there's a lot of history actually. Lean came into existence with the effort of our what is that, Ford with and another Japan automobile giant. So they wanted to cut cost in the after World War II. What is that? Japan leader automobile. They wanted to. Their only competition was Ford America. So they wanted to cut cost. So they adopted a principle, workplace management. 5S involving 5S visual control, standard operating procedures. Earlier, we never had a standard operating procedure. Then operator will come, do the work, he will go, and another person will come, he may not be knowing what he has done in the next shift. With the experience, they may say, oh, I know, that shift will be handed over. But here we have every point, we have a standard operating procedure. What is your job? That is written down. Next person who comes, suppose something happens to him, he can carry on the work. Just in time, it's an inventory management system. There are so many things, Kanban system, cellular layout. In a factory itself, there are so many cellular layouting according to increase the efficiency of production. So value stream mapping, Pokayoka. Pokayoka is a mistake proofing. It's a very important tool. As you can see, your SIM card. Your SIM card is a Pokayoka example. You cannot insert your SIM card in whatever way. Only one way you can insert. That is Pokayoka. It's a mistake proofing. Even an elderly, unknown person cannot make a mistake. Only one way, only it will go inside. That is called, that design is called Pokayoka. Mistake proof. Single minute exchange of price means shifting of time. Shifting time is no loss of time. And total productive maintenance. Along with the production also, the quality, the maintenance is happening. There's no separate timing. So total productive maintenance. All these new concepts, especially 5S, it's very historic. It's a very simple thing. If you read the 5S, it's a simple thing. You keep your place neat, clean, shine, etc., etc. And that is introduced as a principle by Japanese, and we all people are copying it. Really feel shame sometimes. These are all normal things. We should do it with our common sense, and you learn it from Japanese. And still, we have not improved so far. Anyway, this is what government is offering a consultant for 18 months. 18 മാസം ഗവൺമെന്റ് ഒരു കൺസൾട്ടന്റിനെ കൊടുക്കും ഒരു 10 യൂണിറ്റുകൾക്ക്. 36 ലക്ഷം ആ കൺസൾട്ടന്റിന്റെ ഫീസായിട്ട് ഗവൺമെന്റ് കൊടുക്കും. This ആ 36 ലക്ഷം കൊണ്ട് 18 മാസം കൊണ്ട് all this principle we will implement with their unit 10 units. They will improve their productivity, quality, whether productivity, quality, cost and profitability. കോമ്പറ്റീഷൻ നമ്മൾക്ക് മറ്റു രാജ്യങ്ങളോട് ചേർത്ത് നിൽക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നത് കോസ്റ്റ് കട്ട് ഡൗൺ ചെയ്യും. ആരുടെ കോസ്റ്റ് ഡൗൺ? നമുക്ക് അവിടെ കോസ്റ്റ് കട്ട് ഡൗൺ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല. നമ്മുടെ കോസ്റ്റ് ഹൗ ക്യാൻ യു കട്ട് ഡൗൺ? ഹൗ യു മിനിമൈസ് യുവർ റിസോഴ്സ് യൂട്ടിലിറ്റി? റിസോഴ്സുകൾ എങ്ങനെ നമുക്ക് മിനിമം ആയിട്ട് കൊണ്ടുവരാം? ഹ്യൂമൻ റിസോഴ്സ് ആവാം, റോ മെറ്റീരിയൽ ആവാം, and the waste manner, you don't have a muda, a lot of waste, you remove the waste. Time waste you remove. An ideal temperature, you know, some companies, some VIPs, some people are sitting in a air conditioned room. It's not that air condition is given to him just for comfort. It is contributing to the cost. With that air condition, he has to think productively. With the temperature, his human sense should work for the company. So that is become productive aspect, not a destructive aspect. The AC is not given at the cost of his person, his destination, nothing. It is giving in turn a return to the company. So these are the waste. There are so many waste. Some tool you give somewhere else and you are searching for the tool, wasting the time. So these are what actually do manufacturing now. So this is a financial NPC, National Productivity Council, is implementing that. In India, Quality Council of India, we always take professionals, not that we do it. We are employing a professional body in this life. Now another thing is zero defects, zero effect. It has not achieved its goal. It says no zero. In any process, you make some defect. So our intention of government with this introduction of this scheme, you have to make a process. It's a time-taking process. Long run, you make a defectless product, long time, and that while doing the process, it should not give any hazardous effect to the environment. That is zero effect. This is our ultimate goal. It's a unique holistic maturity assessment model. So that's zero defect, zero effect, Z. That is a quality assessment criteria, how you are assessed, all based on this. I'm going little speeder. There are parameters and you are rated. And you are rated accordingly. You may be bronze rating first, then silver, gold, and you will get incentives. Now only gold, diamond, and platinum. You will get incentives accordingly. Benefits of set. So many benefits are reducing negative awards, aligning with the best practices, global competitiveness. So many things I can tell. And there's another thing. These are all registration. This is a fee pattern. Get some considerable micro. Government is giving 80% support and small 60%. Now the intellectual property rights. Nowadays this has become very important. Even Charthala itself, there is a unit which has approached us for an intellectual patent, patent with international patent. They secured 5 lakhs rupees. There is a patent subsidy we give, not the subsidy, actually how much is the fees for the patent registration. So we give 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, up to 2 lakhs for the domestic patent, and for international patent 5 lakhs. Trademarks also we give that expense, how much is cost for trademarks. Industrial design and GI is largely affecting agriculture sector. Even Keralathil തന്നെ നമുക്ക് 29 GI tagged products are. Some examples നോക്കൂ, കമ്പളി സാരി, and even ചങ്ങാലിക്കോടൻ പടം, നമ്മുടെ നേന്ത്രപ്പഴം, തൃശ്ശൂരത്തെ ചങ്ങാലിക്കോടൻ പടം, ആറന്മുള കണ്ണാടി, ആലപ്പുഴ ഗോൾഡൻ ഫൈബർ, നമ്മുടെ കയറിനെ പറ്റിയിട്ടുള്ള ഇതിനൊക്കെ GI രജിസ്ട്രേഷൻ. അതിന് ഡ്യൂപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ, കഞ്ചീപുരം സാരിയും മറ്റൊന്നും അതിന് ഒരു ഡ്യൂപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ വരാതിരിക്കാനാണ്. That particular originality will be kept. That will gets its own due importance in the market. It will fetch the right price and nobody will be cheated. With GI registration 2 lakhs rupees we are giving. GI registration process and Nyavara rice and Palakkadan matta. These are all 29 such products are there from Kerala GI tag. Design clinics. We have a special thing for design related things. Design, even small scale sector also contribute a lot of things. This can be design of service, process, product. And there are many advantages for the design. Engineering student, you must know what is design. You know everything about that. I mean, you know to explain what is design. And there's a project, and there's to facilitate them as develop new design project. Nearly, the government of India is giving 75%, and for micro 60% for the project up to from 15 to 40 lakhs. Any design project you give to professional like National Institute of Design. Suppose they take up the design project, government will give them 15 to 40 lakhs according to your requirement. And there's a student design project that I invite all of your attention. Student design project, you will get up to 1.5 lakhs students. Every students under the supervision of a parental institution, that is in our panel. There's a panel of institutions can do your student design project undertake for the MSME sector. For any MSME sector, suppose you get a book of design, you can do it, and government will give you 1.5 lakhs. That is 75%, and 25% should be contributed from the MSME. So this is a chance for the students. Business incubation. Everybody know what is incubation, and the ministry also giving incubation fund, incubators across Kerala also. Across India, they have started many incubators. The nearest incubator is we have an agricultural university in Amrita Institute. We have NIT. We have NIT Kozhikode, and Thrissur Engineering College also. We have incubation centers. We have for every idea, incubation an idea becomes a product, and that product should be commercialized. So for the idea to become a product, 15 lakhs rupees government is giving that incubator institution, and they will get 1 crore rupees to establish incubator. And after it becomes a product, that should be commercialized. So a seed funding of up to 1 crore for 5 people each, 20 lakhs each is given as a seed funding. Digital marketing. Nowadays, everybody is going digital. Digitally, they are all going. So it incurs a lot of expense. There's a specific scheme for the government, this ministry, how your unit can be converted digitally. All things, if you want software, online, from cloud, all that also schemes are there. Specific schemes are there. When you are in the need approaches, we will tell you in detail. There are specialized offices for that. Now, this cluster approach is that the main schemes, so many units, minimum 20 units together. The small operations they do, they cannot do big operations. So what government is inventing, they will give a common facility center for the minimum 20 number. So for example, we have a cluster operation at Kaladi rice mills. And we have a cluster of wooden cluster in Chovur, wooden cluster in Thrissur itself, furniture cluster, and puppet cluster in Trivandrum, general engineering cluster. So many clusters government and government of Kerala is utilizing maximum. I'm very proud to say that around 19 clusters are working in Kerala successfully, and around 20 crores rupees government of India is giving 20 crores for only common facilities. That common facility, every unit member will utilize for the latest outcome, maybe for packing, maybe for packaging, maybe the latest machinery. It cannot be the A to Z production, but in between, any product in between. For example, wooden furniture, they get a lot of machineries, processing machineries, cutting machineries. They can bring the logs, wood, and get it cut, and take their unit and for further production. So this is actually making every member units plus large number of units as a cluster with this 20 crores of rupees that benefits so many people to bring out a finishing product of international standard. And these are the common facilities. Infrastructure development in every industrial area, we are providing 10 crore for infrastructure development. Marketing hubs. Once you are in a cluster, your product needs to be marketed, and in every cluster there can be a hub for exhibiting your product. Every cluster. So we are giving, the government is providing enough fund for that, and as well as for training, thematic interventions. This is another wonder I would like to say. Lastly, in Angamali, we have set up with the not 200 crore, nearly 250 crores investment. This is a technology center. Technology center means nowadays, MSME, large scale sectors they will procure technology from different part of the world, from anywhere they will get R&D support. But small scale sector, for a new emerging technology, where to get it from? So this technology center which is coming up at Ankamali, which will take care of your technology requirements, your training requirements, and new machinery you want to resource. Anywhere across the world, maybe India also, maybe outside India also, this institution can resource that, the technology available, where it is available. It can mediate getting that product. And of course, it will make a place for training, that you should get people will get trained, human resource development. So for that, one center is coming, technology center is coming at Ankamali. It is about to inaugurate, and it's a happy news for the Kerala, especially for MSME sector, manufacturing sector. Now we have a champions portal to which you can put your grievance. Even as a student also you can put your grievance. As an MSME also you can reach out to us as a record. You can put your grievance as a record. You will be addressed within stipulated time. So this is a grievance post addressing portal. And with this I conclude. I hope I think all are patient enough to listen to this long session, and I appreciate your patience. And any question in this regard to my level, I can answer. I will be happy to address you all your queries. Thank you very much. Back to the coordinator, Rekha madam.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your great presentation, and thank you for your enlightening section and valuable words of advice to become a great entrepreneur. So now we are entering into an question answer session. If you have any doubts or want to interact with our speaker, you can use the raise hand option. That will we can unmute you. If you have any question, please type in the chat window. I repeat, if you have any doubts or want to interact with our speaker, you can use the right hand option, or you can type in the chat window of Zoom.
Sir, I have one doubt. Sir, how can we participate in the international and domestic trade fairs?
Yeah, domestic trade fair. No, you can actually. The trade fair will be organized by some organizers, maybe state government department. Say, for example, in Thrissur, last 2019, where industries department has organized missionary fair only for missionary, Tekangad Maidan. So that department will be calling for applicants participating in that trade fairs, and so many MSME unit will be sending application. They will partner. They will book for the what is that stall booking. They will collect some amount also. So this organizer should intimate Ministry of MSME that we are going to organize such a fair involving a large number of MSME units. Your scheme may be extended for this program. They will send an application.
Okay.
So once that application comes, the ministry will keep an amount exclusively for that. So any applicant, so any MSME participating that event can apply separately and avail this fund. They will get maximum 80,000 rupees. That is an 80% of your stall rent. That's for general, and 100% for SC, ST or weaker section. So that is much higher for other cities like Bangalore. It is maybe 1 lakh up to 1 lakh you get. Mumbai you get up to 1.5 lakh. For and include extra to that you get some transportation charge also, nearly 15 to 25,000. Actual fare, whatever, if it is below, the actual fare is below that will be given. And international fare, There's a delegation proposed from the industry associations. The government will always invite. So normally you should be an MSME unit. You will have a associate membership with the association, the local association. Every district has got an association. Even district industries and not industry. The KSSI association is there. Different associations are LUB is there. So you may be a member of that any of the association, and through association, one delegation will be sent to participate in foreign trade fairs, to foreign seminars, depending on the style or type of work, and for which government will provide you, reimburse you at your to and fro flight charge, your TADA, such and so things you will be given from the government. Am I
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Any more questions? Now, any doubt, please type in the question box or in the chat window.
Student side. No questions? No queries from your side?
Normally, see, actually, more and more questions will come only when they come to practical interventions.
Yes,
Even
yes.
when we are also students, and they may be having so many anxieties to may jump into trouble, may be wrong. Nothing like that. You can ask any question and doesn't bother about that. But even if you have some queries, specifically, you can note down my number also. You can personally call. My number is 9446355562. 9446355562. Am I clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, 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 sir. Yes, sir.
One more doubt, sir. Sir, MSME is mainly focusing the manufacturing industry, or is it provide considering the service industry also?
See, it's a question to the definition part, the policy part. The government is having both. Actually, both are a part of MSME, not only manufacturing, service also. Earlier, our definition was strictly for something for service separate, and some definition for manufacturing. But the present definition that came into existence from July July 1st. So that says there are two sectors. One is service, other is manufacturing. But as far as definition is concerned, up to 1 crore, let it be service or manufacturing, it is considered micro. And 5 lakhs turnover. And from 1 to 10 crore, it is small, and 10 to 50 crore, it is medium. There's no separation between service or manufacturing in terms of service now. But both are equally important. But nowadays, more of service sector has come across. Normally, industry, when we consider, normally it comes in the word manufacturing. That's why the government itself has switched over to entrepreneurship, enterprises. The terminology says all activities, even a service, even our boat service, Alapi boat service, houseboats. They're also very big enterprises. They're also planning to form a cluster. So many boats are coming together, and they are availing our cluster scheme of 20 crores investment. So service is also equally important to manufacture.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So, Martin sir, you gave a lot of informations, and these all informations are already recorded. So that is available in our YouTube channel, and I think students can review at any time. And students have your contact number also. That is very great. And because this today we are happy, most happy, because we have Martin sir with us and Sandrine sir also with us. So you gave the more important points, how we can become an entrepreneur, what are the support the government are giving. And from the side of Hotpack, last year also our students were given opportunity to work with them. Our students are working at a Hotpack presently. So regularly they are giving, they are conducting that campus interview at University Engineering College campus and selecting students. And okay, I on behalf of University Engineering College, I express my sincere thank both of you, please. Okay, please proceed. Rekha, yes.
And Nina, please.
So I think everything is clear and no more queries for now. Here we are providing an attendance feedback link. All the attendants, please fill up the link. And we are moving into a feedback section. I invite Mr. Christian PJ from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering to give a feedback on today's section. Christian, please.
Hello all. First of all, I am thanking Mr. Sri Martin Prakash as Chakosa for such an explanatory section. എൻ്റെ ഇത് വിചാരത്തിൽ ഒരു ബിസിനസ്മാനും ഒരു എന്റർപ്രിനറും തമ്മിലുള്ളത് സെയിം ഉള്ളതായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷെ അതൊക്കെ നല്ല രീതിയിൽ അതിൻ്റെ ഡിഫറൻസ് ഇനി എന്റർപ്രിനേഴ്സ് ആവാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്ന ഞങ്ങളുടെ കോളേജിലെ എല്ലാ സ്റ്റുഡൻസിനും ഇത് ഭയങ്കര ഉപകാരമായിരിക്കും. താങ്ക് യു സാർ ആൻഡ് ഓൾ ഓർഗനൈസേഴ്സ്.
Thank you, Christian. Next, I invite Bhavana A. Lakshmi from Department of Civil Engineering to give a feedback on today's section. Bhavana, please.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, it's audible.
Okay. Sir, it was our immense pleasure for having such an interactive session with an esteemed personality like you. The content was extremely informative and incredibly useful, and your great presentation style with loads of opportunities to ask questions and the talk about real life examples as well as all those interesting quotes all made for a really enjoyable and motivative lesson. Thank you, sir, for a great course and knowing us about knowledge is the first great motivation. Thank you, sir. Let me conclude.
Thank you, Bhavana. Martin, sir, we have a question here. What we need to do to make our idea a product?
Yeah. See, that's why the incubations are in our place, even as a student, we used to, when we are all, I can just tell an example. When I was a student and for BSc, I was, chemistry was my subject. So the chemistry says, Bohr atomic model. Bohr atomic model says, it says nucleus is there at the center with protons and neutrons, and the electrons are all distributed. 2 electrons the first shell, and I forgot, and second shell, third shell, like so many saturations are there, electrons are there. So my chemistry professor who came, so he taught me, and he went to the staff room very happily. I slowly followed him because I was very much interested to share things with him. I went to his department. Then as a student, I went to him and said, sir, I have a small doubt. Sir, with the Bohr atomic model, as you explained, positive charges are all concentrated at the center, and the negative charges are distributed. Naturally, what I feel, I understand is that positive charges concentration. If 10, 1 charge, concentration means it will be more than 10. Its strength will be more, which is concentration. It gives a natural, I have not proven it, and the shell are all negative charges. Electrons are distributed, all distributed in different shells and repelling each other. So naturally, this negative charge, how can it neutralize the complete little higher positive charge? Naturally, it may not. It's a small kind of thinking. And I thought, if you are teaching us this Bohr model, the atom should be charged positive. Every atom must have a positive charge, but it's not so. It's not that. We are not seeing any positive charge. So what my professor actually is helpless, he said, Martin, what you're telling is theoretically is correct, but we have to prove it. So what that's what an idea. So many people have got a lot of ideas about product idea. When you work with their industry also, you got a lot of ideas, improvement, but you don't have a place to work with it, work with that idea. But you don't have money also, because you have a small, my child is making a lot of designs in my own house, but he is not able to work with that. So that is what incubation is. Government is providing you facility for engineering, where all the facilities, faculties, all the laboratory facilities, inputs, R&D facilities, knowledge, reference laboratory. You can go there, register, and you can work with your idea. You can come out with the help of they're all technocrats, maybe professional professors. Their help also they can take. They can take, and you come out with your idea and convert that into a product. Maybe you maybe require a CNC machine, maybe a cutting machine. You require so many facilities. You don't pay from your pocket. You go utilize that facility, make your product. So that means an idea is taking a hard shape. The idea is becoming a product. Government is giving 15 lakhs rupees to that institution to convert every idea into a product. That's how the startup comes. Kesum in Kalamassery, you have to go and visit. Kalamassery Kesum, you have to Kerala startup mission. You have to visit that place. How many people are working on different ideas? It's a incubation center for many engineering wings. So that is how an idea is taking a shape of a product. But that may not be a commercially vibrant product. That product we may not be able to manufacture it. Certain ideas, certain products. So how you can convert that into a commercial product? So you have to establish small units, scaling up, for which government is giving another aid. So how to scale up? How to make a product into a commercial one? So these are the way the incubation is working on. But how far it is reaching the ultimate result, it depends on the quality of our human resources. We are excelling very well outside the country, but inside the country, our excel is not giving, our effort is not giving that expected result. So let us all work together and come out with brilliant ideas and brilliant products through these incubations. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Learn to be thankful for what you already have while you pursue all that what you want. Now I invite Mr. Mahesh Mohan to deliver vote of thanks. Mahesh, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today we had an informative session about how to become an entrepreneur. Our speaker presented different funding scheme in MSME. It will be helpful to students, those who wish to be young entrepreneurs. Thank you very much, sir. Now I am moving to the assigned responsibility to deliver the vote of thanks. On the behalf of the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering and Association of ACNI, IEDC, and the Universal Engineering College, I express my heartfelt gratitude to Mr. P.B. Sainuddin, the Director of UEC. Thank you, sir, for your inaugural speech. I also express my thanks to Speaker Mr. Martin P. Chaco, Assistant Director, MSME Development Institute, Thrissur. We all thank you, sir, for your valuable class. We certainly look forward to another interaction in the future. I also express my sincere thanks to Mr. Jose K. Jacob. Thank you, sir, for your constant support. Then I want to like to thank Mr. Febin Raju, IEDC Nodal Officer. Thank you, sir, for your welcome address and your coordination. Next, I express my gratitude to the head of the department, Mrs. Rekha M, for the presidential address. Thank you, ma'am, for your support. I want to thank all the HODs, staffs, and non-staffs of Universal Engineering College. Thank you for all the support and the cooperation. Now, I would like to thank Vijit sir for effectively coordinating and supporting to make this event happen. Last but not the least, I want to thank everyone who attended the webinar. You are the ones who made this a grand success. Thank you all.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Mahesh.
sir.
As we are coming to the end of this webinar, thanks everyone for joining and looking forward for more interactive sessions from you, sir. Once again, thanks a lot. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay updated.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sainin sir. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for valuable time.
Thank
you, Martin sir.
I enjoyed
Yeah.
the session. I attended the full session and
Yeah.
it was very informative. Thank you.
Yeah. Already in our YouTube
And I
channel.
think-
Yeah, students can refer that also.
Thank you.
And I
Definitely.
think Martin sir is very much interested in the packages also, right? As he's from the food industry.
Yeah, of course. We'll keep in touch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Bye.
Right.